driver's license.
Okay, what else?
Oh, that was one of the best ones. Let's give a homeless lady a car. She's got no license, but what the hell? Okay, so that movie looks okay. I might go see that. The problem is the start time I don't like. So I'm going to see what else there is.
What about that 1917?
Was that good, Thomas?
What's that, sir?
1917?
Oh, my God, yes. But you know what? The story is very basic, right? They got to do something to save lives.
Yeah, they got to send the guy in to basically warn of an attack.
Okay, that's
an imminent attack.
That's the only. So it's a day in the life. It's them going there and doing it.
Is it a true story or anything?
No, and it's what they have to go through to do it. But Mark, here's the most amazing thing.
Yeah.
It's the cinematography technically. In fact, I talked to fucking people who said, "Oh, that's a simple movie. It was really good, but simple." They didn't even get why I know. They did it in one shot. Now, theoretically, they couldn't do it in one shot because they had to compress time because it was a 15-hour trip. But they literally did one shot.
Mark, I couldn't do 3D, but I can do a movie.
Okay.
But what happened was there were a few edit points, like where the guy was shot and blacked out. Okay, that was completely black. That allowed them to compress time. But when they picked shooting back up again, it was one shot. Mark, I'm talking about this. It starts out, it zooms, it goes to the characters, it follows it.
It's
it
one
goes
shot.
Around, it gets a reverse shot. It looks over at what they're looking at. We're talking about one fucking shot.
What's better, that or Mercy?
Just Mercy is a better movie, way better movie. But 1917 is a cinematic marvel. Mark, they had to lay out the set. You figure a couple square miles. They had to have everybody in place, right? Because it was like a live play.
The Gentleman?
Huh?
The Gentleman?
You really,
I didn't see
Mark,
that.
you really need to see it in the theater.
Which one?
Yeah, but did you appreciate the one shot?
Oh my gosh, I couldn't stop thinking about it.
This is the Troubleshooter Show.
So maybe that is the one to say.
Now,
Are you intrigued by that kind of stuff, though?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a movie like that.
I am Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. I'm hoping we have new people that tune in because we have so many people coming to Colorado. This show is about, basically, problem solving, helping people. I have dedicated my career to helping people, and over the last 40 years in Denver, and if you count where I started and all that, it's like 46 years, we have kicked some serious butt, solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints. I used to say consumer problems, but really we're all consumers, and I can't think of a problem we haven't handled. Even if it's something like with severe mental illness and we have to get someone to help you, we make referrals. So help, information, and referrals. We are unique also in the way that our advertisers are part of our effort. It's not a separate thing. We know all of them. We have relationships with all of them and call upon them to be our experts. And we get them from referrallist.com, which, by the way, was the original list of its kind anywhere, the referral list. And it's referrallist.com, either with one R or two, it doesn't matter, referral, or one L or two, referrallist.com. By the way, today is car day. We kind of concentrate cars today, but not just cars. However, Friday we set aside. I'm also going to make it entertainment day. I'm going to set aside Fridays also for movie recommendations and dinner. This show's all about that, the best value. And we were talking about movies. So if you have any that you think are marvelous and why you think they're marvelous, let us know. I was telling Mark, 1917 is a very simple plot. These guys have to get a message to the front lines to save lives. It's that simple. I think what I loved about it was the cinematic accomplishment of when I say apparently, it looks like it was shot all in one shot. There were only a few edit points, and basically the whole, oh my God, it's amazing. And no editing, no reverse shots, it's just amazing. One shot. And I think that's what's getting all the accolades. The story really is a basic story. It's a good one. And then we were talking about Just Mercy. And whenever I see movies like that, it pisses me off. It just, because I wonder, how did people get away with that crap? How did racism survive without going back and punishing people? In that one movie about Just Mercy, you figure if people are plotting against a black guy to charge him, or in New York where if they could see us, or whatever the name of that one was about the six, where it's 6 black kids accused of rape in Central Park. Or here's the deal. They were let out after years because it was shown that they were not guilty. But I wonder why they don't go back and get the bad guys who built that case. Like, the sheriff in Just Mercy is still around. He retired this past year. He retired, and he's still living in Alabama. And I'm wondering, why the hell do they let people like that get away with it? Why don't they go after him? Anyway, so if you have any recommendations, let us know. We got some serious stuff going on. It is car day. Today we have JFR in. JFR is an auto dealer, basically, a used car dealer, but you do new too. How do you explain yourself? Just explain yourself, Rod. It's a new and used car dealership, but not a brand dealership, right?
Right. We will sell anything underneath the sun as long as it has high quality.
Yeah. But you can get brand new cars.
New or used.
Now, as a new car, because you're a broker, right, a dealer, broker, you go out and find the new car. Is it considered the second owner? Do you guys buy it and resell it to me, or do you buy it with me? How does that work?
On a new car, we can do both. A lot of dealers will let us just buy directly from their inventory, brand new, at their cost, and we can resell it to you. And a lot of times they'll make us put it on their paper. So we do all the negotiations and all of that. So
when you buy a car for someone, do you get it cheaper? Is that why people use you, or why do people use you for new cars?
A lot of times it's about the customer service.
I know that. They don't want,
price.
Because I hate shopping around, going into dealerships, doing that. So it is convenience for sure.
Exactly.
But when it gets right down to it, can you save money? Or do people, I know people are unsophisticated, and even people who think they're really smart, when it comes to buying cars, there's so much they don't know about the back room. So you help them there, but do you save money for people?
Yeah, for the most part, we do. There's exceptions to every rule, just because we were talking about hot cars the last time I was on. Yeah. Cars are so hot, you're going to pay over the market price.
Right.
Like the new Corvette, you'll pay over for the market price.
Yeah. And Mark and I had one on hold with we not over, right at list.
Wow.
Yeah, we had one, and we could have gotten it, but he chickened out.
I did. I don't want a Corvette.
But no. But Mark, remember you said you texted me. You said, Tom.
I know.
Please get a hold of Rolly and let's get on the list.
Right.
But you did want it at the time. I don't know why you backed out.
I'll tell you why I backed out.
Because you bought the motorhome.
No.
Why?
A car that goes over 200 miles per hour, I'll probably die in. It's the same reason I sold motorcycles.
Okay, I'm going to go right to the phones, and I promise you I'll take these calls quickly. This is a serious call. John, your wife is in hospice, is that right, sir? John? Are you there, John? Oh. All right, we may have some problems with the, thanks. Are you there now, John? There, thank you. John?
Yeah.
Okay. What's going on, sir?
My wife has a very rare spinal cord disorder. It's called Shearing's myelina.
And what is that, John?
That's basically the cerebral cortex that comes from the brain into the spinal column is being squeezed.
Is she in hospice?
She's at home hospice.
Okay. Is she dying?
Yes.
Oh. How long has she had this condition?
She's had this condition for the last 25 years.
But it's a fatal condition, or is she dying from something else?
Well, she's dying from something else, which is caused from the Shearing's. Lung failure right now.
Lung failure. Does she have cancer? I mean, does she have a diagnosis? Not that that's that important, but I'm just curious. Does she have a diagnosis?
No. Of Shearing's? Of Shearing's, yes.
But not of, I mean, she is in hospice and she is considered terminal.
Yes.
Okay. What's going on and how can we help you? Are you having problems with the hospice service?
Yes. basically trying to find a doctor that will take care of my wife, I can't do. The only way I can do is hospice.
Right.
Okay. But they're playing games with her medication because she takes narcotics.
Okay, but John, it's hard to get medical care for someone who is terminal. You're saying this. There's regular hospice, then there's home hospice care. What part is difficult? Other than the whole thing, of course. I mean, what part is difficult?
Right now, it's the medication.
Okay. John, how long has she been under home hospice care?
Been a year.
This sounds weird. She's had this condition for 25 years.
Yes,
She's been in hospice for a year. She has no diagnosis.
No. Hang on. Let me explain this.
Okay.
Because we had a primary care doctor.
Okay.
Through UC Health.
Okay.
Her condition, the Schering-Smelinga.
How do you spell that? How do you spell that disease? The first one. How do you spell it?
Jesus.
I mean, just give me a hint. I'm trying to look it up.
S-Y. I'll get it. Direct spelling.
Yeah. Okay. I guess that doesn't matter. John, let's get right to the problem. I'm not understanding this. What is the problem?
Okay. Everybody's cutting back on the narcotics.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Everybody.
Right.
I mean, you can't find a doctor that will.
And you know what? That's good news in a way because here's the thing. We have an opiate crisis, and unfortunately now people who are in real pain, they're going to be in trouble because a lot of people are hooked on this medication and they need it. I want you to hold on, and I promise I'll give you more time, okay? I really want to dive into this, but I want to get right to the problem. Here's the other problem with pain meds. I'm just going to say it, John. Whenever people complain about pain meds, they automatically think they're junkies and they just want the meds, or someone they know wants the meds. And it's really a bias right now because of the opiate crisis. Diana, you wanted to give kudos to JFR?
Yes, it's specifically Rod Greer.
He's a good guy.
5 stars.
He's right here. And
yeah,
what did you like? What did you like about him?
He listened to me.
You know what? That's weird, isn't it? Just something that simple, right? He listened to you. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
What did you buy?
I bought a 2019 Mazda CX-5.
Okay. And if you had to sum up the service, he listened to you, but was it really convenient?
Absolutely convenient. I mean, practically spoon-fed. I love it. I got treated like a queen.
That's wonderful.
Well,
thank you. Thank you for that. By the way, people, you can call about any company. It doesn't have to be someone on my referral list, and you can complain or you can give kudos as well. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you do on social media, for example, you can do here. I'll even let you boast about your Twitter account, use your handle, and replay your tweets if they're or your blurbs if they're good.
If you've been hurt, you want a legal team.
Fucking do social radio that kills me.
What's that?
So, Rod, you'll take
I'm going
trade-ins
to do
also,
social
right?
radio that kills
So
me.
you probably can do a better deal than like a dealership on trade-ins? Because that to me is a big deal. Because dealers do screw
15
people on
away
trade-ins.
to Big Phone.
Yeah,
Big
that's
Phone.
a-
Sorry, I left.
that'd be a big thing, I would say.
He was doing something for me.
I restarted.
We can do a lot of things that
5 away.
Hey, I think you restarted it now, though.
Go and sell the used ones then, right? If you do take a trade-in.
Rocky Mountain Retro Foam. The name of the company says it all. They do foam retroactively. They insulate homes and they do a great job. I want to explain how serious this is. There are many, many homes that have substandard insulation or no insulation. This insulation can be done from outside the house, and most homes can be done in a day because they inject this space-age foam into the wall. It's not a spray, it's not an epoxy, it doesn't harden. It goes in the wall, fills every nook and cranny. It makes your home more energy efficient and more quiet. It's an amazing product. You have to check it out. You won't find anything better. They also do the attic Of course, the attic, they don't use the foam. They use just the cellulose because they can get to the area, or the fiberglass. And by the way, this fiberglass, they're giving 20% off all attic insulation when you have the walls done. You need to look at this video. You'll be sold. It truly is something that you will benefit from directly in energy bills. Foamyourwalls.com. Look at it. Save money. Foamyourwalls.com.
Oh, please work, machine. Yes, maybe.
Excuse me, Mark, Tony, I have Jay Brentful in line to talk about our house.
He wanted to, I got no problem with it, it's good.
Well, I want an angle. I don't want to just say, hey, he's doing Mark's house. What are we talking about? We need an angle here.
Wait. We might have a, we have a
Ask him.
roof.
This is the angle. We have a roofing
Yeah.
problem on line 3 or something.
Right.
There's your
All
angle.
right. Then we'll get Jay, and then we'll talk about that.
I really,
Did he give you a good deal?
yeah, he gave me a good deal, but I mean, my
No,
roof
I'm just asking.
roof ain't fucking cheap.
No.
It's like 40, it's going to be about, with gutters and everything, 34 to 40 grand. Just the roof.
I just want to make it clear that
No, I did a plastic.
A lot of you'd be surprised how many people assume, oh, we get things free. I want to let them know, you chose Excel. You're a customer.
Oh, fuck yeah, I did.
I know. But there are a lot of people that truly don't,
And guess what? I haven't paid a cent.
until you're content.
And they're not done yet.
You never may be content.
And I'm going to call him on his motto.
I have a weird thing going on.
What?
Let them answer your questions and help you identify the right financial
Oh.
solution for your retirement needs. Call them today at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online at AmericanFinancing.net.
You know what I am going to do, though? I think I'm going to up my deductible even higher on my roof now.
Oh, yeah.
Because this shit is like bulletproof, man.
You can't do just
It's
the roof.
plastic. It's thick fucking plastic.
It's deductible on everything.
I'll never have hail damage again,
I
I
know,
bet.
but
Do you remember me talking
No,
about
just
safer
hail and
hands
wind.
yesterday?
Just hail and wind is the only thing right now I can
you
up
can
on.
do that?
Oh, yeah.
Mine you can't. I
Oh,
asked about that. I asked
Oh,
about
man.
that.
Right now, hail and wind on mine is 5,000. Everything else is 1,000.
So that would be on your siding too, then.
Everything. Hail and wind is 5,000.
Can't you just pick it?
My
guys?
fucking siding, you can't. It's bulletproof. The paint's not.
That John guy is so pissed off. He's telling me you are a rude son of a bitch and he wants to come on and talk to you.
Who?
That hospice guy, John.
He wasn't rude.
I said he meant no disrespect. We're a live radio show. We had to move. And he says he is a rude son of a bitch and I want to talk to him. Ugh. I don't know what you want me to do with him.
I'll talk to him.
So
I have a feeling he's taking the meds.
That's what I'm thinking.
So this is the guy that's done before.
No, he doesn't. They're not
He's
giving
what?
his wife
You-
enough
he-
meds to
he-
share.
I think he said he helped him out with rent before, and I think also with that chair thing. That thing.
That's him?
What chair thing, guys? Please tell me.
That thing that lifts up his wife.
Remember, we got someone a wheelchair a
and
while
then
back.
it wasn't all.
And then he
work.
got mad. If it's the same guy, he's a prick.
Yeah, but it also.
I
helped
feel
him with
bad
rent.
for his wife
Okay.
having to live with him. The only reason she's in hospice is him. Ooh. Ooh. Boo. I hear him going over there. Boo.
That's a push.
We've done so much for this guy, and all he ever does is complain.
Well,
It's
that was
outrageous.
It didn't have the we dropped it off.
A battery. It needed a battery.
Right.
We get him a, what, $5,000 chair.
I remember this.
It was a giveaway.
Is it sure the same guy though?
They also
Suzanne's
talked to
pretty
him
good
about
at
the
that
rent.
shit.
About the rent. And so no, he told me on rent.
Renew Home Innovations. Remember that name for bathrooms and especially showers. They specialize in this area and do beautiful work, and sometimes a master bath especially, can make it. And they do all Kohler products. They do Kohler choreographed showers. RenewHomeInnovations.com, 303-904-2000. If you want specialists in awe-inspiring baths. Now, they do have a good, better, best. RenewHomeInnovations.com, 303-904-2000. Now, I'm told John's upset with me. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to upset him, but he calls about his wife having home hospice, and I needed to get to the bottom of it. I sympathize with him and everyone else going through this thing with pain meds right now. There are many people suffering, and it's hard to get pain medication as you need it because of the opiate crisis. Everyone is cracking down on it. That's where we left off. So what is the problem, John, with the is it morphine she's on?
She's on morphine and oxycodone.
Okay. And what's the problem?
What's the problem is these doctors, because Schering-Smilinga is so rare.
Yeah.
There's only 40,000 people in the world that have this disease.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what does that have to do with the meds, though? Are they refusing her meds?
Yeah.
I mean, all meds? Is she flat out getting... Tell me when it surfaced, this problem. When did it surface?
It surfaced even when we were with UC Health.
What happened? What was the first sign of trouble?
The doctor coming to us and telling us, hey, flat out, it's my license. You know, I keep giving you this amount. They're going to come down on me.
So how much is she getting? I mean, what is she doing, like, for example, for today? What is she doing about her pain?
She has enough for today.
Okay. Well,
They're
what?
giving her such little amounts. She takes, listen.
Yes?
Like I told them on the thing yesterday, this is a big problem.
Okay.
Okay, she has Schering-Smilinga, which has caused lung failure. My wife weighs 83 pounds right now.
Gosh.
She's ready to die.
When somebody is on their deathbed, I have no idea why they don't just give them as many drugs as they need or want. What difference does it make? I mean, it's not like...
This is what hospice is supposed to do. They're supposed to make your final hours comfortable.
Right.
Everything.
Right. So
No,
I agree with you, John. I know you're upset. You're terribly upset. I don't know what to do. Do you have a primary care doctor that agrees with you?
They all agree with me, but they don't want to lose their license.
How much medication is she on in a day? Give me an example.
Okay. Now she is on... They just changed it, so she's taking only 200 milligrams of morphine.
A day?
She was a day.
Okay. And what was she taking?
400 milligrams a day.
How did they cut her down gradually?
No. No.
Come on, they just went from 400 to 200 without any kind of tapering. What did they do as far as oxycodone? How much of that was she taking?
She can take as much as she wants of that.
Does she still have access to oxycodone?
Yes, but it doesn't kill the pain. You got to understand, Schering-Smilinga is destroying. My wife is bedridden now.
No, Tom, we're really not set up to help with doctors.
No, I see. What I'm saying is I'm letting him voice his concerns because many people have called us about this. The problem, John, is that the louder you protest, the more they think there's something more going on. I promise you, I am not saying this, but it's what everyone is thinking. Everyone thinks if you have too much of this stuff, someone is misusing it. They may think you're misusing it.
This is exactly, no, she's not misusing it.
I'm not saying she is, okay? So listen, one thing I want to say, because I recognize your voice from before, and we have helped you in the past. I don't want you getting all pissed off at me because I bring up the truth. And the truth is, they probably suspect you or her, probably you, are misusing it. And I'm not saying you are. I want to make that very clear. But you know that's what they're doing.
I have my own prescription of morphine from the VA. I'm a disabled veteran.
Okay. What? How much morphine? How much morphine do you take?
I take 90 milligrams. That's it.
Okay.
Maybe he can share his.
I don't
to
know.
make his wife comfy, Tommy.
It's against the,
It's against the law, yeah. I don't know what to tell you other than so even if you submitted to blood test, that would work because it's going to show you have morphine in your blood. I was going to suggest you tell them, look, many times they require certain...
I already have.
Okay.
I already have.
Has anyone ever said, John, has anyone ever said that they suspect foul play?
No.
Okay. So right now, under, without making any changes, when is her prescription? When will she get her next prescription filled?
She'll go to the next prescription filled in 13 days.
Now, does she have enough to go 13 days?
Yes. But what I'm saying is it's not cutting the pain.
She needs more.
She's at the final stage of this disease.
Can she get into a...
Her legs. She cannot... Huh?
Can she get into a hospice, like as a resident, as a patient?
Yeah, I'm sure we could.
Why don't you do that? She would be... they could keep her on a drip all day long.
They won't... Well, Denver Hospice, the one hospice that she was in, they had no problems giving her the meds that she needed.
Has she tried marijuana?
I'm against that.
You're what?
I'm against it.
Against that, but you'll take morphine?
She's dying. What difference does it make? You'll pump her full of morphine and you're against marijuana? That doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't... How would I say it?
What are you against, John?
We tried it. We tried it. It didn't work.
Okay.
We've got a half hour into this.
Okay, I understand that, Mark.
And the guy calls you names
John,
while he's on hold.
No,
so
John,
I feel bad
what
for
were
him,
you hoping? Seriously, listen, when a guy has somebody, he has his wife dying, he's under stress, they need drugs, I need to ask point blank, what were you hoping we could do?
Refer us to another doctor or something.
Okay. That's, okay, doctor shopping.
But, it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
You have helped me out before, and I thank you for that.
We're going to try. I don't know what doctor we can refer you to. Now, do you have, what kind of insurance? What kind of insurance do you have?
Well, mine is different than hers.
No, I'm talking about her. What does she have? What kind of insurance?
Medicare.
Okay, so have you yourself tried calling around for another doctor?
Yes. I've also tried using the referral services, too. Once they find out her condition,
yes,
and how far it is along,
yes,
they say no.
Do you know why? Because they don't want to. They don't like having patients dying, even though it's inevitable, unless they're oncologists or something like that. Here's the deal,
letting her
John.
last years right now.
Here's your problem: is that when you doctor shop for pain meds, they are pegging you. You need to let her do it.
I'm not shopping for meds, okay? I want to make that perfectly clear. I'm not shopping for meds.
I'm not saying you are. You have your own prescription for morphine. What I'm saying is I don't know how to help you. If anyone listening knows, let us know. Or let's ask... I mean, what is to prevent you from getting another doctor? Here's what's happening, John. They think you're up to no good. I mean, when you're calling for a doctor saying, my wife's in pain. I think it's a simple equation. Your wife needs relief. And if that's true, then I would get her in hospice or something. We can try to do that. I mean, that's where she should be. If she weighs 83 pounds and is she on death's door, then really, he hung up, right? He hung up. Here's the deal. If he calls back or if he's listening, what I'd like is her permission through HIPAA, her HIPAA release to talk to anyone who's giving her health care. Okay? Here's what people hear. They hear a guy. Now, come on, say it. It's unsaid. Here, tell me what they're hearing.
I just know a little.
What are they
behind
hearing?
The scenes. Well, no, I'm going to tell you what I heard. I heard that when on break and Suzanne picked the phone up, he's calling you names.
Right.
That's what I don't like.
Yeah.
So no one else heard that. The guy we have helped out numerous times, and he's the most angry guy I've ever heard. I understand why, but he's sure taking it out on the people that help him.
I know. We got him a something one time he complained about.
A fancy wheelchair.
Yeah, it's terrible. Now listen, let's go to the phones. Gary, what's going on with you, Gary?
How you doing, Tom?
And I promise I'm not going to linger on these calls anymore like that. So, Gary, you have a roof problem. What's wrong?
So, back in 2018, July of 2018, we had a hail damage on our roof.
Yeah.
And the insurance company sent me a check for it.
Now, you said it was 2018, right?
Correct.
Okay, got it. So what's going on? How much was the check?
$18,000.
Okay. And was that for the ACV, what they call actual cash value, and then they would give you the rest when it's done?
Nope, that was the total.
Oh, it was so your company worked differently. They sent you the total claim.
Correct.
All right, hold on. We'll come right back to you and more.
A little update on him?
I'm going to tell you what happened. What?
Do you want a little update on him?
Yeah.
Or? So they got the $18,000. This was kind of, it was made out to him, the mortgage company.
Yeah.
He signed it, sent it to the mortgage company. They issued another check back to this roofer and him. And when he went to the bank wouldn't cash it.
Did they do the whole thing, 18 grand he wanted back?
Right,
he was going to give them the whole thing?
Right, but it was made out to the roofer and him.
Right.
His bank would not let him deposit in his account, even though the roofer was right there.
Did the roofer sign it?
Right, he was right there with them.
Weird.
I know, I'd never heard that.
That's a bank problem.
What day do you guys have? What day do you have the two, or what do we do? 3 personals for Denver trial. What days do you do them?
Okay, I can do them anytime, but here's what I do now. Just so you know. Oh, and I do 2, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay. So whatever you want.
So he signed it over.
But I have to do it today because I didn't do it yesterday. What?
So he signed it over, and the roofer went and cashed it, and hasn't done anything.
He gave it to the roofer. Okay. I don't believe his bank would deposit it.
That's what he said.
I don't believe it. What's the name of the bank?
Bank of the West.
Denver trial lawyers. They are the ones you call with catastrophic injury. What is a catastrophic injury? That's the good part. You don't have to know. It's one of those things where you call my office and we used to say, oh, let's see, who should we call? Oh, no, they do this and they do that. Because, you know what, normal personal injury attorneys don't always do the malpractice, the nursing home problems, the therapist that hurt you, the product that blew up the hospital, whatever it is. If you have any doubts, give them a call. Catastrophic injuries, they will help you through it. DenverTrialLawyers.com, 303-571-5302.
I wonder why he pulled her out of hospice.
Now, hold on. Bank of the West. Okay. I want to call Bank of the West.
Why?
I want to ask them that. I know that they would deposit it. That's bullshit. If Denver if the roofer signed it and he signed it, they would have deposited it. So for some reason, he's fucking lying right off the bat. I don't know. He's just
What did they say? I didn't.
It doesn't matter. We're going to help him because they.
No. But hold on. What is he saying?
When he sent the check to the mortgage company, because it made out to him, the mortgage company, they reissued another check to the roofer and him. He took towards the roofer, went to his bank, and he was right there.
Why would they do that?
That was new
I have
to me
never
too.
heard of that in my life.
Me too.
No, they did that with me.
But how would they do? How would they deposit it without his signature?
He signed it and gave it to the.
Yeah, but they were able to deposit it, but he wasn't.
Right.
How's that possible?
It's not possible. First of all, you're allowed to have somebody deposit something.
It makes no sense. Dan's not explaining it right.
Come on, Rob. Let's rough him up. Stop! Yay!
I'm on my way to ARP. He needs to get off his butt and get her in hospice.
Yeah,
I know, Doc.
Only solution.
It sounds like he might
Hold on
be
a second.
partaking.
I would love to get your perspective on this.
Just real quick.
Come over.
Just talking. Yeah. I'm going to talk to you.
Where are you headed to, Doc?
AARP.
Okay. Here, do you want some headphones? Here, let me give you some headphones.
I wanted to, because I'm working on that Social Security thing, and I want to talk to Daphne and Suzanne about it.
Good to see you.
I need to do something.
You sound sick.
Oh, that's why I didn't come in on Wednesday.
You better not have that new shit.
Get the hell out of here.
That Chinese snake flu.
You are pissing me off.
They said it's snake or bats.
Snakes.
No, I know, but I've also heard bats.
No, but they traced it back to one snake named Marvin.
Marvin the snake?
No,
He's gone?
That's why I didn't come in on
They
Wednesday.
ate Marvin the snake?
My fucking glasses
I was so sick on Wednesday.
Oh man, he's freaking me out just being here,
No,
Doc.
I'm fine now.
You on antibiotics?
All right, here.
Jesus, you got a note from the doctor other than yourself?
What a pussy.
Yeah, he is.
Look at him. Oh, fuck, it's not for you, it's for us.
Diatomaceous earth, go on that. That's
Oh, he's going to kill us. We're all going to wake up
just
dead.
give him the one you're wearing.
He's got SARS. He's got Chinese snake disease. That was the Takata.
Corona.
Hey, I can't see with this thing on.
You know he was wearing that earlier.
Oh! Yeah, I'd kill him! He did touch it! What the hell am I doing? You touched this! Oh my god! That was the stupidest thing I've ever done!
He's a hypochondriac if I ever seen one. Hey, you should... You need
Oh
to,
man, it doesn't even work.
Did you watch The Stand, Tom? The Stand is just like this thing that's going on, kind of.
What if they linked did they really link the virus to a snake?
Jesus.
Right.
I can't believe I did that.
Originally it was an animal market.
Oh, if I get sick, Doc, I'm suing you.
So, but snake was the most I've heard. Really? They eat everything. The worst thing about it is they don't cook them that much.
I am really
They eat a lot of raw stuff.
What?
And over in China, they eat a lot of raw stuff.
Right. But they don't eat raw snake. They fry it. That's what I saw.
Oh, do they? So they probably didn't cook it enough, though,
Right.
huh?
It might have been just if it's on the skin, it might have been just exposed to it without. Because the virus, usually, if you eat it, it's going to
just pass through?
Decontaminate it when it goes into your stomach.
Really? The stomach will do that good of a job?
If it's an airborne virus, it won't survive in your stomach.
Okay.
So it's got to be contaminated through the air.
Gotcha. Or touch, and then they rub their face.
Yeah.
Or... Good to see you. Missed you.
I was so sick on Wednesday, man.
That shouldn't be an excuse.
Oh, that's true.
No, but Mark it is.
I know. Mark should thank me for not coming in on Wednesday.
I would have left. Are you kidding me?
Well, that's why I didn't want to get everybody sick. That's why.
Hi, Tom Martino here. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the only show of its kind. Now, when I talked about Denver trial lawyers doing catastrophic injuries, I wanted to give one example just recently in Adams County, a sexual assault. And that's a terrible thing. I don't want to just gloss over that. They got a $5 million settlement. They've had settlements of $70 million, $22 million, $5 million. I shouldn't say all settlements. Some of them are adjudicated through a judge or a jury. DenverTrialLawyers.com. We're proud to have them aboard. 303-571-5302. You know, we happen to have an expert right here, Deputy Doc. Now, he's not an expert on everything, but he's practiced medicine for many, 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 many years. And when that guy called, he came in and said, look, he said, things like this. First of all, one of the reasons he's finding pushback is because, you know, at some point they don't want to be responsible for having someone treated at home like that. Doc, when she's getting that much morphine plus oxycodone and then she's basically dying, at some point they stop the meds because they want her to come in, right? Don't you think?
I think so. She needs to be in hospice where even said when she was in hospice, she was getting all the medication that she needed. So
because they'll see if she's in
exactly,
pain, and they can administer it, and then they know he's not tapping.
Absolutely. So that's,
and I'm not accusing him of doing that. Right. But that's what they want.
Exactly. So she's there. They're administering it directly to her.
Why doesn't he want her in hospice?
You have to ask him. I can't tell you.
Aren't there some cases where hospice is truly the only answer? People are just not equipped for this.
In this case, I think it's the only solution.
Now, from your experience, hospice, they really do keep people comfortable, don't they?
Absolutely. He even said that when she was in hospice, they were giving her all the medication she needed. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
And why he took her out of that, I don't understand.
Anyway, Doc, thank you. I think he doesn't want to hear it. He sounded so angry. But hospice, I mean, is hospice difficult to, Doc, is hospice difficult to get into? Is it limited? No. He says, you know, here's the problem. You know why it's not difficult to get into? Because so many people avoid it. They don't want it. It's almost like giving up. Thank you, Doc. We'll see you. Okay. Back to Gary. Okay, so Gary, you had a roof damage. Who's your insurance company?
Shelter insurance.
Shelter, okay. And you got a check for 18 grand, the full amount. And then what?
Yep.
Go on with the problem.
So they wrote the check to me and the mortgage company.
That's common.
Right. Signed the check, sent it to the mortgage company. The mortgage company sent the check back. Want to know who the contractor was? I told them. They sent the check back, made out to me and the contractor.
Okay.
The full amount.
That's not uncommon either.
Okay.
It's not necessarily every day, but it's not uncommon.
Sure.
So what happened then?
Sure. So when we got the check, actually went to my bank, tried to deposit it. They said, you know, because it had this business on it, they needed to have them on it.
Right. Yeah.
And
they have to endorse it. Right.
Right. So I had him endorse it, and they wouldn't. They said, no, we need to. You're going to have him deposit at his bank.
Well, that's not true, but I don't want to go back in time. It doesn't matter because that's not what you're calling about. But I just want you to know for future, your bank is full of crap, but most banks are. Okay? Anyway, long story short, he deposited it in his bank. So is the problem with the roofer now?
Yeah, so that was back in November of 18. And
November of, wait. November of 1818?
Yes, sir.
And now we're at November of 19, and then we're in January, and we're talking about 14 months ago. Now, here's what I want to know. What is the name of the roofer?
So it's BKC Inc.
Are they still around?
Yeah, you know.
I mean, it could be they're not there.
Yeah, and it could be. I don't know. I've dealt with this person before. I've known him for a long time. He's done several roofing jobs for me in the past.
Okay. Hold on. Who did you deal with at BKC?
Okay, his name is Kirk Cerise.
Kirk Cerise.
Uh-huh.
And it's Kurt with a T.
Kirk with a K.
With a K and with a T on the end or a K on the end?
No, K on the end.
Okay, so it's Kirk, like Captain Kirk. Now listen, here's the deal. We need to let people know about this. If this clown took money that long ago and didn't do anything, there's a good chance he's a lying, cheating ripoff. Kirk Cerise.
Uh-huh.
Now what we need to do is figure out where he is. When's the last time you talked to him?
It's been about a month, and usually we
Why did you let it go so long? Do you realize you may have let it go too long? Well, not really. There's a statute of limitations, but you could argue you didn't know it was a ripoff or a con or a breach yet. What's his latest thing? We need to call him directly. Deputy Dan, you seem to know something. This was a callback, was it? Did you call the roofer?
No, I don't even have a number for him.
All right. Do you have Kirk Cerise's number?
I do.
Okay, I want to know what he says. What does he say?
So, it was...
Can you just tell me what he says first? Just tell me the latest statement he made.
Yep, I'll be out there next week. We should be able to get some solar people out there, take your panels off.
Oh, what a liar. Hold on a second. We'll come right back.
Now...
This sucks. Okay, can we call him? I mean, we got to call him. Did you try putting in a call at all?
No, I don't even have his number. I can't even find the number.
Okay, does Kirk, Kirk has a phone number. Give it to Dano. Dan will do it. I mean, I think that's the obvious thing right now. This is bullshit. This is crazy.
Crazy. Switch me over if I'm not back.
Does this guy have an idea that he's going to...
It looks like it's BKC. It's a limited partnership, so it's not just a...
Do you know what's wrong with most restoration companies? They're nothing more than a carpet cleaner or a house cleaner, and they call themselves restoration. There's way more to it than that. In fact, we know certified scientists, environmental engineers, and people who should be doing it. The ones who have the skill and the knowledge and the experience, and the ones that will save you money ultimately. American Restoration 24/7. I hope you never need them. But a flood, fire, storm, mold, or other catastrophes, AmRest 247.com. AmRest 247.com. Man, I can't stand it. 13 or 14 months. Mark, why would this guy, why would he let it go that long? Plus, you got that guy. Do you think he was drug shopping for himself?
I have no idea, but I'm telling you, I don't like that guy.
I kind of...
Just the doctor? What did the doctor say?
What was your gut?
He said that guy should be in, or the woman should be in hospice.
That was the first thing I thought of.
Yeah, but then that guy can't get any of the drugs, maybe.
What was your gut, Ron?
My thoughts were he should have he should have allowed her wife to be in hospice because they would have given her as much morphine
as she wanted
to take care of the pain. Yeah.
You know what?
That's the answer.
He's tapping his
Okay,
wife's
Tom,
drugs.
Dan
He's
says
on
Mark
drugs.
is a hypochondriac, but I say he's a germaphobe. Which do you think it is?
Both.
Oh.
Both. Both, for sure. I see it. And but by the way,
It's freaked out.
some of that's wise. That shit he's doing.
Are you kidding? That Chinese fucking snake flu, it's going to take out a lot of people. And Doc comes wandering in here with it?
They're accused of all that. Is he a real doc?
Yeah. Oh, retired. He delivered well over 1,000 babies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, baby doctor.
Okay.
He's seen a lot of hoo-hoos.
Yeah, I'm sure of it. Is he a can't he give counsel to people around here, or is he?
He comes in and helps us out.
Oh, okay.
Just a volunteer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's 70. I'm gonna say he's 72. It's in pretty good shape for. Stays active as shit.
Okay.
When he's not volunteering here, he volunteers at AARP for fraud fighters or whatever it's called.
He's keeping busy, huh?
Yeah, he is.
If you're one of the millions of Americans who owes back taxes, if you get nervous when the mail comes because you might get a letter from the
You see that you guys watched the Corvette that did over $3 million at Barrett Jackson?
What happened?
Barrett Jackson, they get the 111 off for the first Corvette mid-engine.
Yeah.
It brought over $3 million.
Jesus.
Ridiculous.
What's that?
Corvette, the first one came off the line, and they sent it to Barrett Jackson. It was a charity thing, but they gave $3 million for that car.
That's insane.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that the other day.
$3 million.
I thought it was $1 million. It was $3
million.
and it was his Corvette.
It was no, it was GM, but the guy who bought it has a. He's a big.
Ted was telling me about it. Who's the guy again? Who owned the car?
Only one day left until carpet
It was GM's first car.
Yeah, but who owned it? Somebody famous. Yeah, somebody famous.
I know the guy, but I can't.
I thought it was somebody famous, and that's what gave it some value.
No.
Then he was talking about another car then.
No, it was just brand new.
Wait, okay. Are you talking about brand new?
First one off the line.
I think I got it.
First one.
You got the snake flu.
You don't mean like the first ever.
The first one.
I think I got the bat.
I didn't know that.
I'm
just
Batman.
rolled off.
You know, you are Batman.
What
You are Batman.
This year.
Right here, and it's number one.
And I'm driving the bus.
They held
Hey,
it
you're
off.
Batman.
Yeah, this is a different.
They kept pulling the butt. What'd you
Oh,
stop for? They kept pulling the thing.
$1 million of smoke for
You're Batman.
But anyway,
I am
we're talking
Batman.
about this year, a brand new car.
Last week.
Okay, wow, I want to look it up.
Yeah.
What did it look like?
I think it was a year.
First
at
delivery.
Barrett Jackson.
Trial
Oh,
Frank Durant.
sold at Bear Jackson. And it's a Corvette, right?
Mm-hmm.
today. There are never any upfront fees. And
Okay, I gotta see this. I don't know why though. Oh my God, look at it. Holy shit. But why would they pay so much? $3 million.
You know, I think it was a charity, and it was the guy who he's a Corvette lover.
With this fucking car, we should have gotten. Do you understand how much they're going for now? We would have made money. Do you know that?
Nah.
Oh, this sold for $3 million.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying it would have sold for $3 million. Rod, tell him. Couldn't we have gotten at least what? How much? If we had,
I think you would have doubled your money.
Yes,
really.
right. Doubled our. Mark, we would have taken
the waiting list.
First of all, it wouldn't be new anymore. It'd be used. We'd be selling a used one, not a new one. It's true. Am I not correct there?
It would be used new.
The fucking warranty would be different.
You could sell your place in line.
Now that I might have done.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. We got to call this. I don't know what else to say. This is bull. Here you pay $18,000 2 years, 14 months ago, and the guy says, yeah, we might get to it next week.
Yeah, I left a message with them. Just
the guy's name is Kirk Cerise. Well, here's the bottom line. You can't do business like this. This guy can't be in business. Nope. Or you give every dime back. But here's the problem with paying up front, especially, first of all, I never let my roofer know what they're doing as far as insurance. Gary, I never tell them how much. Here's what I say. I need to know what I need and when you can get it done, and I pay accordingly when materials are delivered or as you go. Now, in some cases, you don't pay anything, like Jay. He's one of them. Jay Brett's at Excel Roofing. He's one of them that doesn't take a penny. He just happens to be doing Mark's house. By the way, I want to make this clear. Mark and Suzanne are real customers. This is not like some promotion where he's
I'd say we spent a lot of money with Excel.
No, but you didn't pay him yet.
I haven't paid a cent.
No, it's an insurance job, right, Mark?
Yeah, of course.
Did you choose to upgrade though? Didn't you get?
Yes,
hey, Jay,
I did.
Jay
sold me the most beautiful.
What is it, Jay?
It's plastic. What is it, Jay?
Jay, what kind of roof?
It's called F-Wave, and
it's basically hail-proof.
We took a look at what Mark wanted.
Yeah.
I showed him the different options. Here's an asphalt roof. Here's this plastic F-Wave. Here's some other plastic types. And what his goal was is to have the best looking roof and to have something that's hail-proof. And I tell you what, this stuff is as close to hail-proof as you can get. They have a 5-year guarantee, but it's a darn good roof.
Not only is the warranty great, I got to say this. You know, we talk about you all the time, Jay, but your guys show up, I mean, basically right before the sun comes up, and they do not leave, Tom, until it's dark out. And, man, do they work hard. There's like 8 or 10 of them up on our roof, and we've got a very large roof. And, Jay, your people are great. I can't explain that enough. They show up. They're always there. In fact, I don't even think they take lunch.
You're doing an online review.
I am.
On-air review. Good.
It's incredible.
So, Jay, as far as this company, have you ever heard, I know you don't like getting personally involved in, calling names because you don't know situations, but there's no excuse. I mean, this guy took $18,000 back 14 months ago, 2018.
I have never heard of them, Tom, and you know exactly what the deal is. Roofers cash flow. They take the money from one job and they pay the bills from other jobs.
I know.
And that sounds exactly like what this guy has, or what this company has done. And this is rampant in my industry. It happens so often, and this is probably one of the number one cheats. People give money to the roofer up front, and then the job doesn't get completed. And it's a shame, and that's one of the reasons why I built Excel Roofing, saying you don't pay a cent until you're content.
You can't beat that. And you shouldn't, man. You shouldn't.
Mark, I know, but I also think there's nothing wrong when materials are delivered to pay a little or to pay as they go. I don't think I would rather do it. Absolutely, positively, you're right. The best way to do it is the way he does it.
They have the power of the lien, unlike most businesses. So for a roofer on a residential property to take money up front, I just will never understand.
Now, by the way, Dan wants to say something about IKEA. I'm not sure what he's talking about, some kind of settlement. Our number is 303-713-TALK. I wanted to get this in before the break. Dan, what is it?
Well, I don't know if you saw it in the paper, but a while back in California, a couple with their 2-year-old was in an IKEA store. A dresser fell on her. The kid killed her. And
oh, my God.
IKEA offered to pay $48 million to this couple.
Hold on. I want to know more about that, or what your comment was.
Tune in to Retire with...
This Mark.
Could he just hold on with his comment?
Oh, listen to this. I'm not calling on my phone. You kidding? I'll have every damn scam caller in the world.
Called you.
Yeah, then you got to call back.
This drink right here, guys, brain drink, the best.
What's it taste like, though?
Yeah.
Does it taste like total dog shit?
No, bring some in.
No, not at all. And
Do you have another one?
not with me.
I'll do a little in a cup.
We don't want to. I mean, you're a germaphobe, so you wouldn't taste it.
I don't know what you have.
You got it from Amazon?
Yeah. It's
I don't know if you have the snake flu or not.
Yeah,
KOIOS.
It's a good chance if anybody's got the snake flu, it's Tom.
Is he snaky?
He hangs out in those damn gyms. Those gyms, seriously, man. People don't wipe down the machines, and it's fucking nasty.
Because you have germs sweat through. Well, it's body fluid, so it used to be like. Here it is, right here. They got powder.
You know what Shannon says about his G-Wagon? It's cum colored. I couldn't believe that.
It doesn't have very good reviews, that stuff.
What's that?
That drink.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. 2.5.
That's horrible. It's probably purely the price. How much is it?
3 cans, $14.
Fuck that.
Well, 4 cans. 4 cans.
Fuck that. That's crazy. Jeez, why would you do that, Dan?
Because it's a brain drink.
Oh my God. Well, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna buy a shitload of that cheap Special K cola, and we're gonna print our own fucking labels, and we're gonna call it Brain Cola.
Or print labels like this and put it over that. Tom,
I bet if you read the ingredients, is there carbs? Is there sugar? What's in that thing?
MCQ oil.
Well, I know they probably put this much of that in there. I bet you it's got some...
Enhances brain function, boosts energy, improves productivity, made with nature-based ingredients. So it's probably like a Red Bull.
It's just caffeine then.
It's got
described caffeine.
It's got 3 ratings and it's 2.5 stars. Only 3 ratings. That means all 3 were bad.
B6, B12.
Look at all those carbs, man. 10 grams.
Where you see that? Oh, total carb, right? 9 of it's sugar alcohol, but sugar alcohol. So that goes right through there.
Sounds like it's just a stimulator.
With a little bit of coconut oil to make it sound good. Or not coconut oil, MCT or whatever.
And what's in Red Bull? The L-Theanine?
The what?
In Red Bull?
Oh, God. Red Bull's disgusting. It'll kill you. I had a friend who gave a heart palpitations.
Yeah, well, of course. But
got his damn... They said their whole reason is he would drink Red Bull and Monster like... You know, he was obsessive. He drank 4 or 5 a day.
Well, that's a drink.
200 miles per hour. He had to go into the hospital, and they had to shock him to get his heart back to normal.
But he was different. I mean, there's a drink that with Red Bull and alcohol in Red Bull.
Oh, the kids drink in college. I say the kids like I'm a fucking old guy. I hate that. You notice that when you get older, I'll tell you. Okay. The first thing is when all the athletes are fucking younger than you. That's the first thing you realize. Holy shit, I'm 30. Everybody on the football field and shit's younger than me in basketball. Then the next one is when you're fucking doctors. You're either the same age or you're getting older than the doctors. Then it's like all of a sudden, holy shit, man. The guy that snipped my nuts gave me my, what is that called? The old nut snip? What's that?
Castration.
The guy that castrated me? The fucking guy was like, I had it done when I was like 32. We were done with kids. And fuck, man, he was like 28. I'm like, oh, man, this is not cool.
How old are you now, Mark?
47. Hey, isn't it true the first thing... The first thing is when you notice all the athletes on TV are younger than you. Then the next one, all the fucking doctors are younger than you. It sucks, doesn't it? What do you schedule an appointment for? Ooh. And then, like in your case, everybody that's collecting Social Security is younger than you.
Oh, come on, people!
I think my key was when my wife was talking to one of our nephews. Everybody, if she was talking to in our family, hey baby, how you doing, baby? So that's just like my mom used to do. That means you're getting older.
Yeah, because you're calling everybody baby.
Yeah, okay. I guess we are getting older.
Yep.
I still haven't seen it.
Well, you better look in the mirror, bro. Took all the mirrors out of your house.
What's really bad is when you get your ass kicked by an older person.
Oh. So we play racquetball. This drives me insane. I legitimately beat him 2 out of 3 times. And he's just blah, 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 blah.
Then I won the next 4.
The next 4?
Well, okay, hold on. First of all, we're not talking about the next 4. I beat him 2 out of 3 games. This has nothing to do with the next 4.
How old are you?
63.
He's in good shape, though.
It sounds like it.
I can beat his ass when I'm good, but I start breaking down quick. I got to start doing more yoga.
He was doing.
He's never won the first game. I always beat him the first game. Okay, one time.
No. 200 beats a minute. You were up there, weren't you?
My average was 167.
Well, you said it hit. So
yeah, but that can't be right. It's not. I mean, why would it do that one time? It makes no sense. It said it was there for.
That's what they say in that disease.
10 seconds.
The corona disease happens. That's what happens. It goes way up.
Your heart goes from 160 to 200 once.
Mark, the 28th. I need to leave early to go to a doctor's appointment. It's the 28th, though. I just wanted to tell you that.
What is it? What day is that? I might have something.
I can't believe you did that mask that Doc just wore.
What's that?
You put on that mask.
I fucking can't believe that prick. That guy, he handed me his fucking mask and I put it on like a dumbass.
And he wore that just outside.
You're not going to believe this. You know how many of those I have in my glove box? Probably 10.
Really?
Yep.
You're a germaphobe.
Kaiser rocks, man. When you walk into a Kaiser, they have all that shit right there. The hand stuff, and they got those masks, everything. I fucking pile it up.
Just take diatomaceous syrup.
I see it.
I'm not eating dirt.
I see it.
Why don't you suck down oil?
Asian people do it.
Everywhere. They do it. I see them in our airports.
That's what I'm saying.
Hi, Tom Martino here, and
I'm here to serve. Seriously. I love doing what I do, helping people. It really is cathartic in a way, and also it's powerful, meaning that I see people mistreating people, and I think, you're not going to get away with that for long. And it's not because of me. It's because of all of us together. This is a giant town hall meeting. This is where we get together and expose people. Of course, now, with social media, it took up where talk radio was going. I mean, really, it kind of replaces music, right? Radio, in a way. Except for, creative disc jockeys and all that, or whatever you call them now. But I do love social media in that it really gives everyone a place in the sun, and now you can expand it to talk radio with me. In fact, as I said, I'm trying to do this talk radio concept where you use your Twitter handle, your name, and then come on, and I'm going to I'm going to record what you say, and if it's a good post, we're going to replay it now and then. And I wanted to try to get enough people making blurbs on the radio where we can have observations, so you don't have to stay on hold and you don't have to wait a long time if you just want to make a comment about something. Speaking of comments, Dan had a comment about the IKEA settlement. I also have a comment about real CBD that works.
You know what IKEA did years ago that really drove me insane?
RealCBDThatWorks.com. Mark's going to tell us something that drove him insane. I'll tell you what drives me insane about IKEA. By the way, the CBD thing It is great for pain, anxiety, and sleep. It's Panacea Life Sciences. What were you going to say, Dano?
Well, on Panacea Life, they just donated $1.5 million to CSU to open up a new center for CBD.
And for research, right?
That's
$1 million.
incredible.
Yeah. 1.5 million they
Tell
donated.
me that doesn't bring legitimacy to that. I mean,
know.
big time.
Anyway, Panacea Life Sciences right here in Golden, realcbdthatworks.com. What kills you about IKEA, Mark?
Well, two things. I think I know what you're going to say. You would never run into this store for any one item. You wouldn't run in there for a spatula or a trash can because you gotta walk 75
And you don't buy items, you buy pictures of items.
That's it. But here's what killed me, and I can't believe they did it. And till this day, I would never eat in their cafeteria ever. They sold those stupid Swedish meatballs with horse meat in them, and that is the most disgusting thing I have ever heard.
Mark, before you say that...
Oh, it was done. They did a settlement, the whole bit.
I know. What was the settlement?
I have no idea.
Where were they selling the horse meat?
Mostly in Europe.
Now, of course...
But they were calling them Swedish meatballs.
No.
I realize they sell horse meat in different countries, but they don't cover it up as, beef.
No, you're right. I mean, to us, it's revolting because we love horses.
It is revolting.
But if you really think about it, I'm not going to try to convince anyone.
So let me guess. You like horse meat?
No, not at all. And I'm not promoting it. I don't. Okay, you want to know in the purest sense? I wish I didn't like meat at all in the purest sense because it conflicts with me way deep inside, but I love meat.
Tasty steak.
I love meat. But what I don't love, of course, is cruelty in the processing or any of that. I try to support the...
Whoa. Are you saying you don't like veal?
Mark,
I love veal.
I don't eat it because of that. It just bothers me. It's just a personal thing, all right?
All right.
You know what's wonderful about America?
Yes.
I don't have to go by Mark's rules.
That's true.
Okay, so But
I bet you love veal. Deep down,
Mark,
you love veal.
I absolutely do, and I love ice cream. I mean, but here's the deal. Without getting into that stuff, I'm just saying that the horse meat as a meat is pretty pure as a meat compared to other kinds of meat because of their diet and their exercise. But I'm not a proponent of that. And in America, it's unheard of. But were they selling those Swedish meatballs in America?
I'm not sure.
Czechoslovakia.
In Czech. Okay. And anyway, Dan...
No, that's where they got caught.
IKEA's had a lot of controversy over the years as far as ownership and all that. I don't want to get into it. What
do you mean ownership?
Well,
I've never heard that. What does that mean?
There was some.
They were.
I'm not going to say
former Nazis or something along those lines.
Were, but there were accusations about Nazis
where the money came from.
Yeah. And again, I don't like shedding shadows on things when I only know half. Rumors, really. Just like with that Procter & Gamble and satanic thing. I mean, so many rumors
What is that one? I've never heard of that either.
Their logo. The moon and stuff.
Supposedly, Procter & Gamble's owner or founder made a pact with the devil.
Well, this sounds like chemtrail crap.
That's exactly right. But here's the problem. Even rumors, not even, but rumors are a source of much pain and misery for companies and people over the years. I mean, I'll give you an example. Whether it's true or not doesn't matter. It's what gets indelibly planted or painted in your mind.
Yeah, that's true.
No one ever can look at this man the same way again, ever. Richard Gere.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Of course you do. As soon as I said it, everyone knows. And if you don't, I don't want to perpetuate that rumor that he was found he had to get emergency surgery or treatment for a gerbil caught somewhere. I don't want to get into it. But anyway.
Don't get into it.
No, I won't. Dan, what is your comment on IKEA?
Before I get to that, two things quick. Number one, with the gentleman with his wife that's ill.
Yes.
I feel sorry for him, but has he ever thought of assisted suicide? It sounds like she has no hope.
You know what? That is something that many countries and many people are exploring and doing. I don't know if many countries are, by the way. Now, is it legal here?
I think in Washington, there's a couple states, definitely it's legal.
I thought it was here in Colorado.
But I think you have to have numerous doctors sign on.
I think.
Anyway.
Well, also, I mean, hospice is the logical choice, but when he resists so much, I almost start thinking, is he? I start asking. I think what others are asking, is he tapping into it? You know, and I'm not saying he is, but I think that's what other people are suspecting. Anyway,
Excel Roofing. I had him do my house, my roof last summer. 4 stars.
Good.
Okay, and then the IKEA thing.
4 stars. Why not 5?
Well, I only go to 4.
Okay. Go ahead.
And then the IKEA thing. I'm surprised you didn't see this. Couple went to the store. 2-year-old daughter. Dresser fell on her, killed her. IKEA giving them $48 million.
But I don't understand the amount of the settlement. Why? What was this? Why $48 million? Wait. Was the child killed too?
Just the child was killed.
Oh, just the child. Okay, now I understand. I thought the mom was. Okay, so, and what comment did you have on that? Do you think that's excessive?
I have 2 kids that both left the house. I can feel for them for losing a daughter, but making them multimillionaires.
Well,
I don't know. Seems like a lot of money to me.
You know, the thing about children has been argued over and over and over. Like, what opportunities were missed? What did they miss as far as
they could have been a genius,
and not just economic, by the way, not just economic, but pain and suffering. And children tend to bring the most. I mean, they really, really, really bring the most.
You know, Tracy Morgan got from Walmart, somewhere around $100 million, and he didn't even die. In fact, he's back to his normal routine.
He was in really bad shape.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, he was.
Now, IKEA to pay $46 million to settle lawsuit. Now, what I'd like to do is ask Denver trial lawyers about it, about in general, how do you get to that number?
You know what? I bet they got to that number because they didn't want a long, drawn-out trial where people heard about IKEA in every single country for a year straight.
But, Mark, you're saying they'd rather pay that much?
I think economically they probably asked for that much or asked for even more, and they said, here's what we'll give you, and that's why. Don't you think?
Well, obviously, settlements.
You're not going to prove that a toddler is going to generate $50 million.
No, settlements do tend to. Of course, they always avoid trial, and they do tend to go away quicker.
Think about it. We that are in the media haven't even heard of that till this guy called up. Is how quiet it's been.
Now, this was done just recently, like a week or so ago, right? Or 2 weeks ago?
Yes, recently, and it was in California.
Now, so if you lost a child, I know this is a crazy question, but I really, when things happen, I always personalize. What would I want if I lost a child? Nothing. Nothing could ever come close. But what would... But then there's always an amount of something. What would you, let me ask you something. You think 48 or 46 is excessive, Dan. What would you expect if you were a parent and lost a toddler? What would you expect?
Well, I can't even begin to think about that, but I think it's $48 million. I think that was way out of hand, but what do I know? Anyway, guys, enjoy the show.
Thank you very much. I don't know. I'm seeing 46. It doesn't matter. 46, 48, same thing. And it's a 2018 lawsuit from California. And, God, the dresser fell and crushed him.
That's unbelievable.
And suffocated him.
Oh, God. You know, that pain and suffering.
How's that possible? Did it stay on him for a while?
Fell on his neck. Who knows? And the mom, couldn't get it off. Nick, Roger, please hang on. Hang on, Roger. I will get to you. But I noticed Nick was waiting for a long time. Nick, what is your purchase issue of this shed? What's going on? Is it with the shed or with the deal?
It is with the deal. The situation is I contacted this gentleman from Kansas Shed Builder and paid him money up front, which I realize now was a significant mistake.
Yeah.
And he has, I've tried multiple times to contact him, and he's failed to respond to my phone calls,
So,
emails.
Ray, do you have a shed?
Oh, go ahead. No, I do not.
All right.
I've actually gone to the trouble of building a base for it and putting some crushed asphalt down and everything.
Let's put this guy's name out and let's light a fire. Let's see if we can get a hold of him. Hold on. A new year, a fresh start.
I do it.
Let's see how many doctors got to sign off on this. But...
Get relief now, 844 Larson Tax. Larson
Car day. Let's get it going, JFR. Let's get it going.
Between you and the IRS to negotiate the best possible settlement. Way better than you can ever do on your own.
Hey, how is Rock doing?
Call them now.
What do you mean?
You said he was a little behind.
He's behind. But I think the problem is pay on those deals. The insurance pays comes in lumps, especially with the government, and he does a lot for the government. I'll tell you, one of the worst pays I ever had in the tire business was fucking state of Colorado, man.
What did you do with them?
Police, state patrol mostly. Tires, brakes, just maintenance on their cars.
Whatever happened with the story with Kevin? I had a guest come in yesterday in the middle of your story about Kevin over at Sharper's Right. How did that finalize?
Okay.
It's a good one.
Okay, the thing that we didn't know, the guy said, well, shouldn't I get my $5,000 back? We all said, of course you should, right? They forgave the loan. Get your down payment back.
He had $9,000 negative equity they rolled into the deal.
Oh, you gave it away. They paid off a $30,000 car. GetFoundFast.com. Well, that name really says it all. Get Found Fast. When you're on the internet, you want to get found fast. If you have a business, you want people to find you. And so many companies out there are lying. They're lying about SEO and digital marketing and pay-per-clicks. You don't really know what's going on behind the scenes, so you got to get people you trust. We trust this company. I know Kenny, the founder, for many, 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 many years. GetFoundFast.com.
Okay, where is
So they paid off the $30,000 car and sold it.
Okay.
And then they were upside down about 9 or something, and then he had paid 5 down. So the way they look at it, they're out $4,300 for dealing with this guy, right? Well, yeah, because his car was sold. His car was bad. They sold it. So after paying 30, selling it and getting his 5, net loss to them is $4,300. So they're saying to this guy, theoretically, you take this off your hand, you owe us some money.
So did they give him the new car then? Didn't he say he got the car back?
They did get the car back, but they can't reinstate that deal, and I still don't know why, but they can.
They could if you could get a loan for it. They didn't know if you could get the loan. But here the loan company was going to give him his payments back. He was going to get a great fucking deal. If he had been paid on for 5 months, they were going to give his payments back.
Wow.
I know it. And this guy was complaining because he wanted the $5,000 cash, even though he already got $4,000 back, and he was going to get his payments back.
Free of charge 303-867-7000. Check out their pre-approval. It's like a cash.
He was a young kid that just wanted to jump from car to car to car to car. Fancy cars. He traded his Jeep, which was a high-dollar Jeep, for an Audi, and he wanted to go to Lex.
000 Equal Opportunity Lender, regulated by DORA.
So it's just a wash, basically.
For terms and conditions, call.
Well, he got a great deal just by not getting anything back, because he got his old car paid off, which he basically made $4,300 on because of the
upside down equity.
Yeah, exactly.
I just don't understand why couldn't he? Since he was broke, since he was at zero baseline, why couldn't they get him back into the car that he really wanted? You follow me?
His credit's fucked up now.
Well, I don't think he even tried though, did he?
No, his credit. I guarantee his credit's fucked up. I have no doubt about it.
But his car was paid off.
No, it's not fucked up. He made that very clear. Why would it be fucked up, Mark? He has a paid-off loan.
I'm telling you, his credit's fucked up.
He doesn't know his credit's fucked up, but he assumes it is.
He just had a credit pull for, how many do you guys shop when you do, well, you don't do the credit pulls. Usually a dealer hits you 10 different fucking pulls?
No, he does do it.
How many do you hit when you do one?
I try to do no more than 3.
Then he got the loan.
That's
right.
And
that loan was paid off, and his loan was paid off.
No, that loan was forgiven.
I understand, but I don't know how they recorded it, Mark.
That's a good question.
I have no idea.
Is it forgiven?
Ask the guy.
Most people, what it really looks like, though, is he just bought a new car, and he just bought a new car. That's what it looks like.
I know. But his credit was shit anyway.
Well, then it makes it even more fucked. Most dealerships, when I go shop for a car, it's at least 8, I see. It's every credit union, all the norms, and it's whatever manufacturer it is. Then it's always Capital One, and then it's always, not Wells Fargo, but one other one. I mean, Ally. Ally. Ally, is that how it's pronounced? Okay.
So wouldn't it be better to go to your credit union if you have one and get
because then they're not making any on the money. You're not going to get the same good deal. They hate when you walk in with like a Capital One check.
You're right.
They're getting no points. You're going to pay more for the car.
Yeah, you're right.
Tom Martino here, 303-713-8255. All right, let's talk. Roger, this thing, I want to take you for sure about this morphine. I'll go back to Nick about the shed. The thing about the shed is it sounds flat out like a ripoff. Did you call them?
I spoke to the owner.
Okay, so we're going to get back to you, Suzanne, on that. Thank you. And Roger, let's talk.
Yes,
are you personally on morphine?
Yes, I take 2 30 milligrams a day extended release, and then I take 4 10 milligram oxycodone instant release.
Okay. I want to ask a few questions. Does this stem from an injury or recreation?
It was from an injury. I fell off a building.
And what did you injure?
My left shoulder, my right ankle.
And how long?
Right middle finger.
How long have you been? When was this accident?
Oh, shoot. It's about 5 years now.
Okay. So do you still have pain from this original trauma?
You know, I'm thinking that right now it's more depending on it.
Okay.
You know,
all
I
right.
think
if you don't take a dose, what happens?
I get really sick.
Okay.
I just...
Yeah. Do you throw up?
Well, I feel like I can't breathe. My body starts twitching.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
You know, I just...
Yeah. Now, Roger, here's the deal. People, what's really weird is pain meds are good for a short term of time. But what they actually do is desensitize, or actually, excuse me, just the opposite. They sensitize you to pain because your pain receptors are fed, but you're fed with good stuff. And then when these receptors, these opiate receptors, no longer have opiate or opium-based products, they feel more pain than before. So your body actually feels more pain because of it. And that's what's weird. They have a counterproductive nature. So after you have it a while, the actual your body is actually more sensitive to pain. But on top of that, your opiate receptors have you build tolerance, it's called. And the tolerance means that you can't feel the effects unless you take a little more. And that tolerance eventually gets to a point. There is no two ways about it. Some people's tolerance is way high, some people's aren't. The tolerance level of your feel good is way, way, way higher than your heart can take or your breathing. And what usually happens is people die. That's it. Their heart stops or their lungs or they can't breathe. Okay. And what's weird about it is because you have a tolerance and you do it slowly, some people can get up to 600 milligrams a day of drugs, of opiates. You have a mixture of two. I'm not a doctor, but I will tell you, we over the years have talked to so many addicts. You have to do something or you're going to end up dead. Okay?
Yeah.
Not just sick, dead.
Do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for is help. The problem I'm having is the cost. They complain about people on these drugs.
How do you get the drugs right now? How are you getting them?
From my doctor.
Okay, but what do you have insurance?
Yeah, Medicare.
Does your doctor recognize you're dependent, you're physically addicted?
Well, he does now because I went in to talk to him about it and I tried to get off of him. And
how did you try? What did you do?
Well, he gave me some medicine for the symptoms, but it's just so weird, you know, when nobody's here and I'm struggling
that's
and I'm
right.
going, I
That's
can't
right.
sleep.
That's right.
And that's why I feel like I need help from somebody
Now,
that
there
can
are
watch
all
me
kinds
so I
of
don't
ways.
die.
There are all kinds of ways you can be helped, but you have to take the steps because most doctors don't know anything about getting off of drugs. You can do anesthesia approach.
I got off once.
And what happened?
And then I got sick again with some more pain problems, and then I ended up back on the painkillers.
How long were you straight? How long were you off them? How long were you clean?
It wasn't long. It was a couple of months.
It's going to take a couple years for your brain to heal, so you're going to want them. But there's something you can do in between. You can do an anesthetic approach where they actually take anesthesia and withdraw you physically, and then counseling and other stuff after. That's very, very radical. Then there is the tapering, which almost never works, but it can work. And then there is the substitution, where you get on something. The only good thing about the good thing about medical substitution of getting on another drug that takes away your cravings and keeps you from getting sick, you will be absolutely normal. But the good thing about it is it doesn't grow a tolerance. So at least you will be level. You won't be taking more and more and more, and you won't be feeling sick, but you're not going to get high either. That is a really good approach. Now that in and of itself, once you're on that, then you get your therapy and work yourself off of that. So that sounds like probably what you need. You need to get a doctor who does that replacement therapy. Now, you have good insurance.
I don't want to take it, Tom. I don't enjoy it.
No, I understand. Then if you get a substitute, then you will not feel sick. You will not have cravings. They have long-range shots you can do. They have pellets.
Okay.
They have pellets you can do, believe it or not now.
You know, that's something I'd like to do.
Or
the problem is Medicare.
Well, no, Medicare will cover these things.
It will?
Yes, it will. You have to find a doctor that knows about it, and you have to find good doctors. So you're going to have to look for them. I can't do it for you. I don't know any, but you need to look for them. I know this exists. I know people who have gone through it.
So just try to find a doctor that...
Here, I'm gonna do you a favor.
What about a rehab center?
No, there's a place. Hold on, there's a place. I'm trying to think of the name of it. That there's not a rehab center. Now, listen, I'm not telling you not to go to rehab, but rehab centers mostly just help you kick it, and it's not necessary. You've been on it too long.
I heard he needs a pain management doctor.
No, he doesn't need pain management because that pain's long gone. That pain is long gone. He is now in pain because he's on the meds. Right. Just hang on. Anyone listening, okay? Anyone listening, you can do it. There's different ways, different things for different people. You cannot do it without counseling to learn how it's screwing with your body. And then you need this guy, because he's been on it so long, needs a substitute. Those who tell you that that substitute approach doesn't work, they're full of crap. It doesn't work if you don't want to get off it, because nothing's going to work. You have to want to get off it, but that substitute approach will help you. And if you do the pellet type therapy, you can even taper with it, or you stay on it. The good part: no tolerance, no death. You don't die. Nick, Suzanne talked to the shed people. We're going to come back and see what they had to say. Bill wants to know the best way to clean carpets. So we're going to talk about all of this and more. 303-713-TALK. And have Roger stay on the line, and I'll give him some recommendations, okay? I'll give Roger some recommendations. We have more coming up.
Let me think. I'm trying to think of the name of this place. Damn it.
How do they keep on giving them morphine if the pain isn't there anymore? Are they just
because he says it is.
Oh.
And a lot of them don't know how to get their people off it.
So also John told me, because I talked to him.
Can't cold turkey kill them?
Yes.
They tried to give her methadone. They tried to get her off.
Who?
This John's wife.
Methadone's just as strong, isn't
it?
No,
but
methadone is not a great substitute, but they have some now.
That's to wean you off it.
They have some now.
But is it still a painkiller?
Not
Mark,
much.
some of them have pain relieving qualities, but really, they find that when you feed the opioid receptors a substitute, the pain is actually triggered now, not by the original pain. Now, obviously, if you have the original injuries, the original pain, that's a whole different thing. But if it's the addiction, these substitutes also have something in it, nalox or something that not only takes away cravings, but it actually makes you feel better. And then it's kind of a combination. And these people, and the most important part, it doesn't kill you. It doesn't build a tolerance.
Well, this thing.
We got a guy on it one time, and it
go.
So, let's talk. DenverTrialLawyers.com. This is something we've just heard on the show about that IKEA settlement, how crazy it was. You know, they didn't get that settlement, but it was like for 40-something million. However, Denver Trial Lawyers, they take cases like that. They take the cases where there is severe injury or death, catastrophic, and you don't know where to turn. In fact, if you're wondering, where should I call? This is weird, or this is different, or this is major. DenverTrialLawyers.com. They'll tell you, they'll walk you through it. Your consultations are free anyway. DenverTrialLawyers.com.
Let's get mad on it. That's a great question.
Cosmetic?
See if she'll call later.
Okay.
No, because it doesn't matter cosmetic.
I thought I'd heard that before.
It's the value. You got to bring them
What's
back
that?
to. It's an interesting question. Her insurance company is denying to replace the roof on a metal roof. And I assume it's all dent up.
Why would they deny it?
I don't know. We don't know.
I'll try to get her on.
She could have a cosmetic policy.
Did Roger hang up? Okay. I was gonna give him some suggestions.
Did you piss off another addict?
I gotta think the name of this
tell you
place.
what,
Did you get an
he had
email
been
that
hell of
you're
pain to
gonna
give him
have the
No,
post office
keep on
on?
taking morphine.
Oh, they shipped it. Okay. I was having them go back there and check to
they
make
shipped
sure.
it.
Okay.
They shipped the anastrozole
So-
from Blink.
Mark,
Or
Mark, are you okay? You look pale.
I was gonna say that.
She actually gave me a little anxiety. Bitch.
I was gonna say that.
God.
Mark.
I'm gonna stay
She
here,
did just give me a little
Okay,
anxiety.
let's get back to cars,
So the
man.
pizza is delivered.
Whatever, thank
And I've
you
got
for that.
Yeah.
some things
You know what? Tell me when
you-
that pizza's
And
here.
remember the
Wait,
post
We're gonna
office
play a
box?
little. What's on the pizza?
I'm gonna go
I licked it all.
and bring the post office box, remember?
I licked one piece.
They were-
Tell me
She
which
really
one.
did. She doesn't know. I'm gonna get her
Put
back
in
for that. She
since
gave me a little
beginning of
anxiety.
December.
Just for that?
Yes.
Well, we have
to
to have.
hold of her.
Oh, okay. Well, we got to do that.
So I said.
I didn't even
"Hey, just do
associate
this."
that
But
with
they
the
put it in
doc.
yesterday, and then
Just
we get
like
there
I just
today,
looked.
so
That's bullshit.
that was.
You're up, girl.
They're bombing Korea, too.
Yeah, that's right.
I look at it. If it happens, it happens. Oh. And by getting sick, your body gets stronger. Mark, you hear that? You get better at racquetball.
I beat him 2 out of 3 games, and listen to him. Listen to him. It's unbelievable. God. Not only that, I beat him 100% on the first game.
Those are usually practice games. Not usually. Warm-up games, I should say.
I'll give you a warm-up. It is funny how I always beat you on the first one. You struggle. Why do you struggle on the first game?
Because I'm warming up.
Yeah. I think you're getting soft playing in that league, playing with the old guys.
I do gotta say, you hustle a lot more than you used to. It used to be really, you'd give up on everything. You did.
Kick your ass. I'll tell you one thing that I know I've improved
I didn't play
a lot.
Monday.
It's
They
my
didn't have
backhand.
Monday. Oh yeah.
I haven't done the two-handed backhand for a long time.
Right. I just like when your leg kicks out on the over.
I can't even. I'm afraid to jump now.
No.
I hate when that stupid monkey in the middle kills me.
If you've seen racquetball, he hit it and then it bounces way up, and he goes like when he hits it, he goes. Like you watch Seinfeld where George is standing where he jumps over a puddle.
And I feel it too. It's like I can't control it. I jump like a girl.
They call him Mary. You know.
I like when he's got the glasses on and Kramer goes, "Oh, excuse me, ma'am." Yeah. You sold me ladies' frames. I tried to call. I ordered some cool shades, man, that haven't come in yet.
Shades for racquetball?
No, for just cool shades, man. I'll be wearing them. Guess what color they are? Blue.
The frames?
No, my lenses are blue mirrored. Blue mirrored lenses. I'm going to be fucking cool as they go.
You'll look like a cop.
I will look like a cop, like an old Chips cop. I'm bringing back blue. When's the last time you saw someone wear blue sunglasses? I am a trend setter.
There's a reason for that.
I'm a trend setter. You watch. You're going to start seeing them everywhere.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. So, I don't think of, what excuse could you possibly have, huh? What excuse when you purchase something and never get it? I mean, how much did you pay, Nick?
I paid $4,429.70.
And when did you make that payment?
It was on 10/1 of 19, and it was for a 12 by 24 pre-built garage that would be delivered to my place out here in eastern Colorado.
So we talked to these people, and by the way, it's not as bad as that guy Kirk Cerise from BKC Incorporated that took 18 grand 14 months ago, but this is still not good. Who did you talk to, Suzanne?
I think I spoke to the owner, James Plott.
The owner of?
What is it called?
What is it called there, Nick?
Shed Builder. Kansas Shed Builder.
All right, Kansas. What did they say?
Well, I'm pretty sure it was BS, but he did say that he issued a refund via credit card. That's why I think it's BS, because I know it was a debit card.
Okay. Did you get a credit? When did he say he issued that credit?
Like today, and he should see it in the next 7 to 10 business days.
Wait a minute. You can still issue a credit with a debit.
No, he says, he said to me, the credit card company said it would take 7 to 10 days, but I know there's no credit card company involved.
All right. Now, why do you think he would lie, Suzanne?
Maybe because I told him he was being talked about on a live radio show.
That scares me if he lied, because lying means he probably won't give it back. If he was like, you know what I'm saying, that I'd rather he didn't answer than to refuse to comment, but by saying, I issued a credit. Now, it either means two things. Either he's a great guy or he's a scumbag. I mean, really, it's going to be one or the other.
How long's it been?
It's been since November, right?
And I'll lean towards the scumbag angle on that.
I don't think he refunded it.
And doesn't he have some past priors?
I did get an email. I got an email just now saying that he refunded it, but just yesterday or the day before when I spoke with him on the phone, he indicated. From him, from Kansas Shed Builder. I got an email.
Save that email.
On hold for you guys.
And what did the previous email say?
Well, he didn't respond to my previous email, but over the phone, he told me that, one, I wasn't going to be able to get the shed, and then two, he wasn't going to be able to refund my money.
I say we light this guy up.
But wait a minute.
Yeah, I would.
Just wait. Let's give him. Let's give him at least today. I mean, let's find out if he issued anything.
Let's light him up.
Yeah.
But what I want to know is, he originally told you he could not get the shed and you would not get the money. Did he say, and I know that's wrong, but I'll try? Or did he say, I'm sorry? No. I mean, how did he put that? No. I mean, he didn't make it sound like he was entitled to it. Did he?
He verbatim told me, you can try to do a chargeback on your card, and all it will do is ding my account with withdrawal requests for the next several days. But he said there's no money in there, so good luck getting it back.
He's not paying. This guy's a scumbag.
I got concerned.
Mark,
he is a scumbag.
How do you, Mark, this is the initial phone call. How do you peg him as a scumbag from minute one?
Because what he told this guy and what this guy just said. And this guy's dealt with him, and he's already, this guy knows he's a scumbag.
No, I'm not saying he's the salt of the earth and that he'll give your money back, but goodness gracious, Suzanne, okay, did he sound like a little shifter there or what?
No, I mean, he sounded like he was trying to be honest. I just thought it was a lie.
We don't know, of course. I mean, we don't know, but he was doing the old...
what do you want to bet?
Soft shoe, right?
Let's bet.
Yeah.
Like jive talk.
So I would just encourage anyone to look up his name online, and you can see a lot more about his history. He's done 87 months in prison for sexual offenses on minors.
Why didn't you do this before?
Exactly.
Why didn't you do this before?
I had no idea.
Well,
I just
you
saw
would
this
have.
legitimate-looking website.
Okay, listen. Did you just say he had a legitimate-looking website? Oh, come on.
That's exactly what I said, and I know it's embarrassing, but I went from being embarrassed to being somebody that just wanted to out this
Let's
guy.
light him up. Let's give that phone number out.
I'm not going to light him up yet. I'm going to give him a half a chance, and here's how.
Then at least bet me dinner.
I want Mark. You seem to think. Now here's what's going to happen.
I can spot him and tell him. I'm telling you.
Just hold on. Here's what's going to happen. When it turns out that this guy's a jerk, let's say, and keeps the money or ran away or was a liar,
at least you acknowledge.
Mark's going to say,
you
see, and you thought he was good. You see, I'm not saying he's good. I'm saying there's no downside to doing some checking before we go to war. What were you going to say, Dan?
I would say Mark was wrong on that one upholster guy or that one furniture cleaner guy.
What upholstery guy?
Some guy you said was not going to come through with a refund?
That's not true.
Yeah, you were doubting it.
I got a beer.
I might have had a little doubt.
Now listen.
No, seriously, I have no doubt about
Mark
this.
Was only wrong once, and that's when he thought he was wrong. But he was right, so. Anyway, listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to call. No, we can't. You can. I want you to call your bank and see, because they'll know immediately if a credit was issued, even if it takes a few days to go through.
No, he's got it. The guy, when you do a credit like that, you still got to wait for the batch. Most people, and I don't think this guy is one of them because I don't think he's ever going to pay. I don't know if he auto batches each night. I don't know if they batch once a week.
Why do you feel so strongly about a guy?
Because the guy told him, you're not getting your money. Go ahead and try to go after your credit card or your bank. The money's not in the account, and you're not getting the shed.
What's his name?
How much clearer can it get?
What's his name? Kansas Shed Builder. What's his name?
James Dwayne Plotz.
And his name sounds shady.
James Dwayne. Whenever they have three long names, it means that
two first names.
Well, usually means a serial killer. James Dwayne what?
Plotz. Plotts.
Let me ask you something. Did he have a neck tattoo?
I didn't see any neck tattoos in the pictures, but the subsequent mugshot pictures I found of him online make him look a little shadier.
Can you send us links to those shots to that? We really
Absolutely.
do. We're marking this. Hold on. We're marking this for Sleaze Brigade, and that's really important because we are starting to boost that.
This time next week, if that money's not back, that's a full week.
Sleaze Brigade. No, I won't wait a week. Let's wait a few days.
Now look.
Okay.
I wanted to say today.
No, not today.
Yeah.
I want to give him at least a little more chance. Hold on. Suzanne, can we mark this as a follow-up seriously? And then let's do some checking. Deputy Dan, are you the one that first talked to this guy or what?
Yeah.
Could you keep track of that and let us know? Sure. I'm going to put it on the big board. Okay? Let's do that. So, James Plott's number, I'm not going to give out yet, Mark, even though you want to.
I want to ask Rod Greer with JFR.
Go ahead and ask.
What do you think? You just heard that call.
Right.
What do you think? Is the guy, give it a percentage, 90-10 he comes through. What do you think this guy will get the refund?
I think I want to give him a chance. Let's see if he responds.
But what's your gut?
That's not what I'm asking, Rod.
I think he's sounding a little shady right now.
Yeah.
Definitely sounding a little shady.
Okay.
Also, why would you call yourself Kansas Shed Builders if you're in Colorado?
Or he's not that high school diploma. I don't know.
Is he in Kansas? I'm sorry. We're in Kansas. Sorry, guy. Many of our calls come from Colorado. Okay.
Norcutter? Oh, no. He's in Nixon in here, Colorado.
But that guy's in Kansas. Yeah. How the hell do you do that?
And then if you look at the prices of his sheds on his website, they're ridiculously low.
Hey, Jody, I'm only coming on to ask you to beg you to hold on if you have suggestions for the morphine guy. Can you hold on?
You got it.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to hold on for about 4 minutes or more.
Now, impact traffic.
Traveling into
For the morphine?
Yeah, dope.
No, the morphine addict wasn't her.
Oh.
That was a separate guy that called in.
I got you.
I can't believe he wouldn't even try it. I think that guy is probably taking
the big board. Where the fuck?
He's so angry.
Well, I can see being that stressful like that. But why didn't he leave her in
Dude, he is
hospice?
He is so. Did you hear what he was saying about Tom just during the first break?
No, you're right.
That's so angry.
Well, since you're given a choice, and he would have to be the main caregiver, I don't know why he wouldn't send her.
Maybe he gets her Social Security money or something.
Because he's disabled, so he's got to go
Get
out.
ready,
and
Thomas.
We're awaiting.
Thomas.
And we were over at his place.
So use the thermometer.
Who?
Rocky Mountain Foam. We at
Rocky Mountain who?
Foam? Again?
Rocky's Autos?
Rocky Mountain Retro Foam. The best retro insulation you can get. If your home has substandard insulation, listen up. There is a special deal going on right now. You just have to call this month. You don't have to have it done this month. But I want to first of all tell you that I'm going to be giving you a link where you can watch the video. I'll give it to you. It's foamyourwalls.com. I'm going to give it to you later. So foamyourwalls.com. This stuff is amazing. It is not like an epoxy or a hard spray. It's really, really good. And it will make your home 50% more energy efficient and 80% more quiet. It's incredible. Save money. Protect the environment. Protect yourself. And this stuff, it fills every nook and cranny from outside the house. Usually in the same day they can get it all done. And if you have it done, they do the attic insulation 20% off. This is an incredible deal. Please, foamyourwalls.com. Here's the number, 720-676-6333, foamyourwalls.com.
I agree with Mark. The guy's not going to
I have no doubt.
No doubt of what?
That this guy's getting his money back for that shit.
Stop.
I can't believe Tom likes this guy.
You son of a bitch.
Have you guys had anybody talk to him yet?
No.
Suzanne
Oh yeah,
did.
she did.
Suzanne did.
Oh, Suzanne did?
And
She
that's
said he sounded
when he
good.
suddenly refunded the money now, today.
And send an email.
Well, how much did he pay? Did he say I got to put it on a big board?
4,500 roughly. A little less.
Per shed? Got
Why didn't he go to his bank? Oh, it's way too late now. Jesus Christ, he let him put him off over 90 days. Usually have 90 days.
Debit card.
It doesn't matter if it was a debit card,
No,
if it was
I'm
used as
making
a credit
notes.
card.
Debit
Was it November? When
Got
was
nothing.
I thought it was October, he said. I don't
Could have
remember.
been October.
He said.
But if it's within 90 days, he might as well do it. It doesn't matter if the money's in his account or
But he did
not.
a debit card though.
Vendor
It doesn't matter if he used the debit card as a credit card. If he didn't put in a PIN number, he's fine.
a refund.
In fact, we really do need to tell him that.
What's that?
He needs to dispute that with his bank, as long as he didn't use a PIN number.
Okay. Good idea.
Yeah, because he's probably coming up on 90, if not already. Is he still on?
I think.
We got his number.
No. Well, he's probably.
We got to tell him that.
I can't believe he hasn't disputed it as of yet.
Let's look like Stevie Wonder.
Maybe we should get him back on.
Sure.
I had to tune her up over the weekend.
Stevie does this.
You want to tell Suzanne to get it back? She's got his number.
Why does he do that, Stevie Wonder?
Hey, get that cat back on. That guy, the shed dude.
Nick.
The caller?
Yeah.
Nick.
It doesn't matter if the guy's got money in his bank account or not. It's credit. It's MasterCard Visa rules. In other words, he'll get refunded regardless. Then the merchant services will go after the shed guy for the money.
Yeah, okay, there's no sticky fraud. But skills tests, that's for sure. See why independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more high.
He just does a small shed, so they're not like big sheds. So like little tough sheds. But you're right, they're pretty cheap.
Oh, compared to a tough shed, I was looking. I've looked at tough sheds before. My RV wouldn't fit in it, though.
Put two together.
You know what I did one time before I built an RV garage? I was so desperate to get something that I
Can't wait.
bought a tent. One of these domes, one of these.
It's like where you do a revival.
No. Where you drive into it like a portable garage.
Oh, I've seen those.
From the big giant camping place, Camping World. Now, Rolly came out with a friend to help me erect it with poles and stretch like DIA.
How big was it? Was it for a bus?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's a big fucking tent.
But it's meant to be permanent. You know what I mean? Semi.
I know what you're talking about. It's a carport, basically.
But it's fabric. Right? Put it in the ground. Rolly was laughing, saying, "Here's a guy with $1 million bus, and he's fucking parking it in a tent." He laughed and made me feel so bad. Plus, it was like, he said, "This is a piece of shit."
What happened to it?
Okay, I was so upset because he kept making fun of me, and also he was right. He was right. You know when you just did something wrong and you know it, and I spent
and you still don't want to quite admit it.
I know it. And I spent like $1,600 or something on it, whatever it was. I was so pissed. And so when they left, I took the whole. See, I could never put it up alone, but I took it down and I packed it in my pickup and I went to Camping World the next day and I said, "This is bull. You know, there's really nothing wrong with it." But I said, "This is bullshit." I don't know what I said. I was so pissed. He issued a full refund and I dumped it there. I literally dumped it in their yard. They told me to go around, and that you got to hand it to that store manager because I got all my money back, and they didn't. It was packaged so neatly when I bought it.
And it's one of those things. Once you open it up, boy, it never goes back in the box.
But I'll tell you this. Then I told Rolly this. Rolly made me feel like an idiot because he kept.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's not forget it's Car Day. Rod Greer, JFR Cars. He's a car broker and dealer, and they find and source cars for you, or they have a lot as well. I love talking about good people, okay? I love talking about bad people because we warn people. Like this guy, is he bad or good on the shed? Listen, on the initial call, I don't make usually don't make it right away, okay? I don't make the initial call. I don't make a judgment right away. We try to gather evidence. Mark seems to just have a gut feeling this guy is scum. So we'll see what he does. Kansas shed builders. And I want to make this clear because if this turns out the wrong way, Mark's going to say to you guys, "See, I told Tom and he wouldn't believe it. He thought the guy was great." I'm not saying the guy's great. I'm also not saying he's a ripoff. I don't know yet. Jody, you have a comment or a suggestion for this morphine addict. This guy called and said he is on morphine and he's on something else, oxycodone. I think he said 40 milligrams of that or something, and he's on hundreds of the other, and he wants to get off it.
Yes.
So go ahead.
Well, by golly, I've been there, I've done that. So anyway, what I did, and you said not to go to a pain clinic, but
no, I said if they perpetuate it, they're not going to get you off it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was on that stuff for forever and ever, and I went to Colorado Pain Care, and oh my gosh, I'm a new person.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You went to a pain clinic. Were you in pain?
Yeah.
Well, that's a totally different thing. Were you actually, what was your injury?
No. Well, I was, but I was also psychologically addicted to those pain pills.
Well, you were physically addicted as well, probably.
Well, yeah, both.
And what did the pain clinic do for you?
They blocked the nerves. They deadened the nerves.
Oh, good.
And got rid of my. Oh my gosh, it was just Colorado pain.
Jody, I want to say something. I think you misunderstand me.
Okay.
I'm not
I'm sorry.
I just want to say I'm not suggesting people avoid pain clinics for pain. And there are many, there are many good people that do thermal ablation like you talked about, and there are people that do like stem cell therapy like Centeno Schultz and all of that. What I was saying is the pain management clinics that do what they call the pain management with drugs, they have no interest in getting you off drugs. They write prescriptions.
Of course, I did misunderstand.
Now, Jody,
I apologize.
Jody, are you on any meds now?
No, they're prescribing me Percocet, but I'm not taking any. Oh my gosh,
You're all better? What was your injury?
Yeah.
What was your injury?
Oh, a chronic back problem. I'm turned 60 years old 2 weeks ago, and my back has been bothering me for 9 years.
They did a thermal ablation. They did a thermal ablation.
Yeah.
They severed or burned the nerves, right?
Yes, they were absolutely wonderful.
When did they do that procedure?
And, I'm still going through it.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad you're happy.
I got it for my knees.
Good.
For both of my knees, the right side of my back, and now they're working on the left side of my back.
And is your insurance covering it?
Yes.
Now, during this process, they are still writing you prescriptions if you wanted them.
Right.
But you're not taking anything.
No.
Okay.
And this is the first time.
You sound like you are.
I can remember.
All right.
Oh my goodness! I sound like I'm taking them.
No, you sound like hyped. No, you sound hyped up.
I am.
I have no problem.
She's high on life, Tom.
Yeah, that's what it is. You sound like you're high on life.
That's because I'm talking to you and Mark and Suzanne.
And you're happy.
For this.
And you're happy.
Yes, I'm happy.
Sure.
I am so happy.
Well, come in and visit the show sometime, and we'll do a blood test. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Jody. I'm glad you're happy. Stick around. We got a lot more to go.
The big game is a week away, but with no games this weekend, come to the Tenor Gun Show at the Denver Mart and shop Colorado's
But then he doesn't trust the old lady. Unbelievable.
No, I'm not on.
She sounds like the Tenor Gun Show.
Oh my goodness, this is a little
different.
Ammo, knives, and
Jeez, choose an email.
Yeah, I don't like old guy at all.
Which guy?
Shed guy.
Guys, pizza's here.
You're not done yet.
Cool, thanks.
Open your form on a new window. I'm having a pizza topping.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, that's unusual.
Well, we're going for wings.
Okay.
After the show, so. Cheating.
Go, Rod. Grab some pizza there.
You know when I gotta go to the bathroom.
Oh, you know where it's at, right?
I gotta go downstairs, right?
No. Go through all the way out there. We come in the elevator, you're on the big red floor there, and then go out that door there. Take a right, it's right there.
Take a right.
Take a right, it's right there.
Okay, perfect.
On the right.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver.
ABC News, I'm Victor Oquendo. It's the final day for House trial Democrats to present arguments in the impeachment trial of President Trump. Democrats have been calling on the Senate to allow new witness testimony and documents. The president's legal team will then present their case.
Now, the Trump team will finally have a chance to respond and make their case starting tomorrow. But sources tell us that the president's team may opt for a shorter session on Saturday so that they can make the bulk of their argument next week when they think more people will likely be paying closer attention.
ABC's Mary Bruce. A new recording appears to capture President Trump at a gathering in 2018 saying he wanted Ukraine's former ambassador Marie Yovanovitch fired, saying, "Take her out." Yovanovitch testified she was let go ahead of the Ukraine pressure campaign. Pentagon officials say 34 U.S. troops have been diagnosed with traumatic brain injuries from Iranian missile strikes in Iraq earlier this month. Following those attacks, the Trump administration reported there were no deaths or injuries of Americans. This is ABC News. In Houston, at least 2 people were killed after an early morning explosion at a manufacturing warehouse. Officials are still investigating the cause, but say the blast was not terror-related or intentional. Heat from the Mount Vesuvius eruption almost 2,000 years ago in Italy was so extreme, it turned one victim's brain into glass.
Researchers believe fragments of the glassy black material found in a victim's skull are the vitrified remains of the man's brain. Vitrification is the process that turns material burned at high heat and cooled rapidly into glass. Researchers say the preservation of the ancient brain remains an extremely rare find. Megan Williams, ABC News, Rome.
The former CEO of Wells Fargo is being banned from ever working for a bank again. John Stump, who was ousted as CEO in October of 2016 in a scandal over creating millions of fake accounts, has settled a federal case by also agreeing to pay over $17 million. Regulators plan to target others for their role in the scandal. Victor Oquendo, ABC News.
You're in charge of hiring, and Indeed has solutions. like online skills tests, which let a candidate show that they're the right hire. And we give you this magic music, which will inspire the perfect hire to begin clog dancing. Okay, there's no magic music, but skills tests, that's for sure.
See why independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. Post your next job at Indeed.com/hire and try skills tests for free. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey y'all, this your girl Cheryl Underwood, and my digestive system used to make me feel sluggish, but those days are over. That's because I've kicked off 2020 with the Metamucil 2-week challenge, and I'm hooked. All I did was take Metamucil every day for 14 days, and it's really that easy. Why? Because Metamucil traps and removes the waste that weighs you down so you feel lighter and more energetic. Now I never want to go back to that heavy feeling. Are you ready for the Metamucil 2-week challenge? For a coupon and daily support, sign up at Metamucil.com today.
K-How News Time, 12:03.
The father of Sims School Highlands Ranch hero Kendra Castillo is pushing lawmakers to allow school staff to carry concealed guns on campus. During a hearing yesterday, John Castillo said the legislation is just one option on the table that could save lives.
Would it have made a difference at STEM? Absolutely. I know a teacher that ran to my son's aide who shoots and could have been armed.
Kendra Castillo was shot and killed during that shooting last May. A huge jackpot is fueling Powerball fever along the Front Range. Tomorrow night's estimated prize is $373 million. Colorado Lottery Director Tom Seaver explains where your money goes.
Our money goes to the Great Outdoors Colorado Fund, which was created and supported completely by the lottery, the Conservation Trust Fund, Colorado Parks and Wildlife.
And as they say, you can't win if you do not play. In sports, the Nuggets on the road tonight to take on the Pelicans in New Orleans. Tip-off at 6 o'clock Mountain Time. That's the latest. I'm Chad Hoffman.
Now, impact traffic.
Let's start with the drive along the I-70 corridor traveling up to the High Country. Bit of a nightmare right now. About a 12 to 13 mile backup from Empire traveling back. The cause of the delays was the slow-moving road crew there blocking the right lane along the I-70 corridor traveling into the High Country. Now there's a crash in the backups along westbound near Idaho Springs blocking the right lane. That's not helping the cause there. Back in town, some delays on the north end on southbound I-25 approaching 136th. Some road work has the right lane blocked on that stretch. The weather forecast going to be mostly sunny today with a high near 53. Right now it's partly cloudy and 49. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner on 630 K-How.
This report is sponsored by CVS because when you're feeling under the weather, the last thing you want to do is hike to the pharmacy. So let CVS deliver your prescriptions. Visit cvs.com/delivery for details. And treat yourself well at CVS.
This is Michael Brown for Conscious Room. If you're a conservative looking for an online community where you can actually be yourself without being bullied, shamed, or trolled for what you believe in, then you need to join me on caucusroom.com. At caucusroom.com, every person is a real and verified conservative. In Caucus Room, we can connect and encourage each other locally. Caucus Room will never sell your data or information. Caucusroom.com is the place for new and conservative resources. Caucusroom.com.
If you've saved a lot in your IRAs, 401ks, and other accounts, taxes could be your biggest retirement expense. Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, every Saturday on 630 KO. As a CPA, when we put together your comprehensive retirement plan, I'm always keeping an eye on taxes.
Isn't it good,
man,
Anthony? I love it.
Well,
I didn't mind the other stuff at
Honest to God, Dan, this is the best pizza in town.
It's your shot to win one.
I always thought that.
Now, text a nationwide keyword, talk, to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest.
God, isn't it amazing when you start talking on the drugs, people just start coming in? Call them in, that's the third person.
Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Here to help you. Let's do it. That's what we do here on this show. We've been doing it for 40 years. If you have a problem, a question, or complaint, this hour brought to you by RealCBD, thatworks.com. You may have heard the ownership at Panacea Life Sciences made a substantial contribution It's to CSU. Is that right, or is it CU?
Yep, CSU in Fort Collins.
Right. $1.5 million for research. They're the leader in research, Panacea Life Sciences. They have a pharmaceutical grade lab in Golden, real CBD that works.com. Let's keep going. So Nick had a shed problem. We wanted to tell him something because we looked into it. He can contest it just like a credit card, and I hope he already did it. That's what we were going to tell him. Nick, you had Kansas Shed Builders.
Yes, sir.
And it was specifically a payment you made on a debit card, right?
Yes, sir. And I am working with my financial institution.
There's really nothing to work on. You can test it. You can test it for fraud, period. And that's what you do. And you have the same rights as a credit card if you did not use the PIN number. Did you use it as a PIN number transaction?
I did not.
Okay.
I used it as an over-the-phone transaction.
Then it's considered a credit transaction, even though it's a debit card. And you have the same rights as a credit card for contesting it.
That's tremendous. I appreciate
And they can, but he's right. If he keeps nothing in the account, there won't be much in there for them to credit back, but they will. They will snag it if he does. And if this guy told you that, he is a scumbag if he's trying to purposely keep his balance at zero. 303-713-TALK. Whatever your problem, let's talk about it, okay? Because we want to help you. Bill, what's going on with you, Bill?
Yeah, if I get a carpet service to do the carpets, what's the best?
Well, that depends, but I will say this. In general, if you ask me without any bias, if I want to be truthful, I will say hot water extraction. Now, within that category, there's a lot of different hot water extracting methods. But I want to say that there are people who will swear on the bonnet cleaning. The bonnet cleaning is the round fabric kind of disc, and it swirls. It's under no circumstances should you ever shampoo. But there is bonnet cleaning that is not shampoo. And they use a dry cleaning solution, and they put it on the carpet. First they vacuum, then they treat it with this dry cleaning solution, and this bonnet spins and through some kind of reaction picks up dirt. I'm not going to try to explain them the way they would, but I will say it is a pretty good method of cleaning. But in my mind, and I would never shampoo, but this is not shampooing, it's a form of bonnet cleaning. But in my mind, and this is just me talking, when I think about it logically, there's nothing better than seeping into fibers and pulling it back out. So I like that. So within hot water extraction, there are different methods. And the one I really like is somebody's phone, please. Can you help us?
I told Mark.
Thank you. Okay, so one of the best methods would be zero res, because they have what they call their empowered water. People say that's a gimmick, whatever. It works, okay? It's theirs, and it works. Empowered water is some kind of, I believe they do an alkaline or some form of water. They treat it so it cleans better, and it really does. And they use no soaps or emulsifiers. They just use the empowered water, which works quite well. Now, I will say this. The other forms of hot water extraction are basically some kind of cleaner, not necessarily soap, but some kind of cleaner, and then an extraction. The thing that's the most important about hot water extraction, no matter who does it, the most important thing is the extraction part. Not how hot you get the water and not what soap you use, but getting it back out again. Those who leave the carpet damn near dry are the best form of hot water extraction. I use Zero Res Denver. I love them. However, we have a guy, the Carpet Doctor on our referral list. He does a great job. He doesn't really use a harsh detergent. He uses some form of cleaner. I don't know what it is, Mark. It's environmentally friendly, I know. And he cleans and extracts it damn near dry, right?
It's hot water. His new equipment is unbelievable.
But isn't it the extraction part that's the most important?
You bet
it's the most important.
Yeah, you're getting all the dirt out. If you just get it wet, who cares? All the dirt's sitting there.
So,
what do you think of them spinning
No,
things?
we talked about the bonnet before you were here. The bonnet cleaning, so long as it's not shampooing, if it's the electrostatic type or the chemical reaction type, again, I'm not trying to pretend I know, but I have seen it. They have a solution that reacts to the bonnet. The solution goes in, loosens up the dirt, the bonnet attracts it. More than just pulling it with the actual bonnet swirling, but there is almost a static electricity type of reaction.
Almost like a magnetic.
Yeah, almost. But it also does have, however, just straight cleaning. Some people will argue that any kind of swirling can unravel the strands of a carpet. Buddy Mitchell will sit here and tell you that, listen, hot water extraction is the best, but the most important part of it is the extraction. Now, we have people on the referral list that do bonnet cleaning, right, Mark? They do a great job.
Yeah,
and we also have Zero Res Denver, and we also have a carpet doctor.
The plus about the bonnet cleaning, and I've never had it done, what would be nice if you had company showing up either that night or the next day.
It's done.
There's nothing damp.
Nothing. 303-713-8255. Bill, do you have any follow-up questions? I just didn't want to make sure I just didn't make you wait and then drop you.
One.
Go.
I rescue cats, and I do really well spot cleaning cat urine with apple cider vinegar. So can you put apple cider vinegar in one of these things that they use? And
I'm not sure you want to. I think they have more effective solutions being professionals. Really, they do.
And that carpet doctor, it's $139 for your whole house. And that includes everything.
See, that's the one that I find astounding. But anyway, 303-713-8255. Chris, what's going on with you, Chris? Welcome. What's happening?
Hi, Tom. How are you today?
I'm doing good. What's going on with you, Chris?
Okay, so it's kind of convoluted, but please bear with me. I was laid off from a medical device manufacturing company.
Okay.
In November of 2018. I had worked for them for 15 years.
Okay.
My position was outsourced and eliminated.
Okay.
And I had built up I think, decent 401k plan.
Okay, I want to ask a question first. On the 401k, was it matching or did you contribute only?
It was matching.
So you would contribute and your employer would contribute.
Yes.
And were you given monthly statements?
Yes, that's not the problem.
No, I know. I'm asking for a reason. Who's the trustee? Who was the trustee?
It was Fidelity.
Okay, good. Keep going. Okay, I just wanted to know that. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so when I was laid off,
yes,
because I had planned to retire from this company.
Of course. Yeah, I can see why you were there for so long, right?
Right.
Okay.
So, faced with unemployment and having to roll over that 401k into an IRA, I asked a friend about a referral because a friend of mine of 50 years had retired from Coors, and so I asked her for a referral of a financial advisor that could roll that 401k.
All right, so where are we? Let's get to the problem. Did you roll it over?
I did roll it over.
Where'd you roll it over to?
I rolled it over.
Transamerica annuity.
Transamerica. Oh, wait, hold on. Somebody talked you into buying an annuity?
Yes.
Well, that's the most stupid thing in the world because you already have tax preference with a 401k, and that is almost, in my belief, malpractice to take that money and to do an annuity, because normally you do an annuity for a few reasons, and they're for tax preferences. They're not preferred investments overall if you have a qualified plan. But to take a qualified plan and put an annuity inside of it is stupid, and it tells me this financial advisor was trying to line her pockets or his pockets. But I can't do anything about it, and by the way, it's not illegal, so I don't know. I mean, so right now, how much money was in your 401k when you left your employer?
Okay, well, that's the complicated part of it.
Well, it's not complicated when I ask you how much was in your 401k. There is a number.
There was $58,000 and change.
$58,000. And how much of what annuity do you own?
It's a Transamerica annuity.
Yes.
But my issue is that
can you just tell me how much the annuity is?
Right now it's at $53,000.
Okay. Now you were going on with your story. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. I've come to find out that there's sort of a legal and ethical guideline for annuities, in that there has to be a suitability test.
Exactly what I was saying. And it's not suitable. However, suitability is not black and white. That's the problem. While there has to be suitability, your financial advisor can do a lot of BSing and say why he thought it was suitable. So Here's the point. You're unhappy that you got the annuity. Is that right?
Well, it's not only that. It's that I don't own a home.
Chris, I'm asking you, I'm not asking about suitability. I was asking, are you unhappy that you have an annuity?
Yes, because I'm still unemployed.
I understand you have reasons. I didn't ask for the reasons. You are unhappy, which is enough for me. And here's the point. You're unhappy, so now you're looking for reasons why it was wrong for him to do it. Is that where we're at right now, right? And then we can try to nail him with it. Because if it was not right for you, the question is, why the hell did he do it, and how can you undo the damage? We're all on the same page. Hold on.
Weekdays 2 to 4. The Situation with Michael Brown.
Well, Seattle is the first city to let you vote.
It's not a law, it's a regulation. Hold on. It's called suitability. I'll tell you about it. IdealHomeLoans.com. You just heard us talking about investments and suitability. You know, in the mortgage business, there's an unwritten, unspoken law about suitability. You put people in loans that'll put them better off than they were. In fact, you can get in trouble if you're in the mortgage business and you don't do that. Ideal Home Loans always does that. They always seek to put you in a better position because that's what they do. They can take your loan application, for example, and you may already be approved, but guess what? They still tweak your credit in ways that are legal and ethical and quickly so they can get you better pricing. Or you may want a lower rate, but you don't want to go back to 30 years. You can pick whatever term you want. They also have an interest rate guarantee, so you're never stuck with a loan if rates go down. And there's no penalty. In fact, they refinance you free of charge. These are just some of the ways Ideal Home Loans helps you. You go to them for your ideal home loan. They know it's not one loan fits all. They will talk to you and find the best solution for you. IdealHomeLoans.com, and they put all of their guarantees in writing, and the pre-approval is like a cash deal. IdealHomeLoans.com, 303-867-7000.
If you work in a team, you have to try Monday.com. Monday.com tracks everything your colleagues are working on. We use it for all our projects.
Yeah, you can ask Mark when he comes back, and then I'll turn it off. Because, you know, we're on, right, commercials, we're on right now.
Right. I was trying to be a little discreet.
Yep, no, you're fine. No, I just gotta, I'll just do that,
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to talk about something, like, you don't want to go over, because right now we're on YouTube and Facebook. You know, I just turn it back off.
It was a nightmare.
And the speakers
now we're
where?
totally on time with all our deliverables, and that means happier customers.
Okay.
Just go to Monday.com. With Monday.com, you can save your tasks.
I can use that or that, but that's the better one.
Seriously, if you work with other people, you need to use Monday.com.
Make those endless emails, texts, meetings, and missed deadlines a thing of the past.
Well, one thing I would say on yours is the trade-in, that if you could do a better job than dealers, because dealers are really at the low end. I think that's a huge advantage for you.
Yeah, I think so. I think we can do a lot. A lot of the dealers won't do a consignment to help a person get out of a car. And we'll do a consignment, then that means he can get a lot more because it's a retail deal now. And sometimes we have to do that because he's buried so much in order to get him out of that scenario.
Still, without it being super negative. Right, no, I totally agree. And this guy was, when he did it on the sharpest ride, he said, well, it was really worth 25, and they gave him 21. Well, they might have sold it for 26, 27, I don't know. But, he did get, but that's the way it is. It wasn't anything on sharpest ride.
So make an appointment today. Your first visit is only $99. It includes blood work, and if medically advised to test.
That's why when I came to Colorado, I went to a broker, and it was the best car I ever got.
Where'd you go, Centennial? Or?
No. It was just like a one-man shop. I got very lucky. But he had gotten it from rental car, used car, rental car place. Is that a bad place to buy a car from a rental car?
Not anymore, because now they have to disclose all the maintenance. Where at one time they didn't.
This is critical.
But I would say most of them, they try to take care of it just to keep the warranty and everything up. So they're not. And most people, I don't think when they rent a car, people say, oh, they're going to beat it up. I've never beat up a rental car.
No, I think that's an exception.
I think so too.
I think you may have that, maybe a little bit more in Vegas, where the level of alcohol is so high. Overall, I think that might be an issue. I was talking to an Uber guy. He said, for somebody to throw up in the back of my van is almost daily. And I'm thinking to myself,
is it really?
Yeah,
they charge a lot for that though too.
Oh yeah, he almost wants them to throw up. Because the fees are, it's a big penalty. It's a big penalty. So, you know what I mean? You can end the day and take the penalty and clean it out and go back to work the next day.
Right. Hopefully he has a good car cleaner.
Right.
But you guys got a whole lot and everything, right?
Oh yeah. We're sitting on about, we're probably sitting on about 200 plus cars right now. Yeah, so we do pretty well. And we turn about, in the summertime, we turn about 300 cars a month.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Do you really?
That's way more than I thought.
So did I.
Do you know Sharpest Ride sells about 500 a month, like 450?
Yeah, I know Kevin. We kind of grew up in the business. He's about I think he's a little bit younger than I.
What do you think of the whole organization? Does he do all right, or? I don't mean money-wise.
Kevin killed it.
We don't get a lot of complaints on him, and considering he's doing 6,000 cars a year, I'm shocked we don't get a lot more complaints on anybody that's selling 6,000 cars. What's a good dealership sell? Like, say, I don't know, just so a typical Kia, Hyundai. No, I mean a new car.
Depending on big, large store, I think it's going to be about 300 to 400.
Okay.
I think Sharpest Ride is the exception rather than the rule.
Denver's talk station.
They do a good job on advertising.
I think Colorado Springs Dodge does 500-600, but they're massive.
Oh well, I've never been up there.
Hi, Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. So, let's talk about this, what I think was a scumbag. You know, every time you get involved with a financial advisor, they have what's called a fiduciary responsibility. That means they have to have your best interest at heart, not their own. Not the company. It's important. It's punishable. It's a crime, not a crime, but they will take your license away or your certificate or whatever you have if you don't do it. Here's the thing. Suitability is kind of subjective. You have to put people in a better position than they were or in something that is suitable for them. But there's no law that says if somebody's 25 years old and if they're married, they get this, or you should never sell this to somebody who is in this position. Suitability is really subjective. So that means that I don't know if we're going to get the guy in suitability. Maybe we will. I do know this. Annuities in general are expensive, have a lot of fees. And the reason people sell annuities is because it usually makes them good money. So they like selling them. But annuities aren't always bad for people who buy them. One of the main reasons, however, people buy annuities, the life insurance protection is a side benefit, but one of the main benefits, tax earnings tax-free. But you don't need that because you already get that in a qualified plan. So they're giving you stuff you don't need, and it sounds abusive to me. However, me thinking it's abusive doesn't make it abusive. We have to figure out how to help you out. But first, I don't even know what the problem is. So far, I heard that you had a 401k and you rolled it into a Trans-American annuity, and that's where we ended up. So now you have an annuity. Now, it's not like you have something that's worthless. You know, you have something. Now, what are you doing with the annuity? What's the problem?
Okay, Don, so that's not even the worst of it.
Go ahead. Tell me the worst of it.
Transamerica mailed me a book, a physical paper book that is probably 100 pages plus or minus.
Yeah, it's normal. It's the forms. I mean, not the forms. It explains the plan. That's normal. Let's get to the problem. What is your problem that prompts a call?
So I was looking at this booklet, and in the back of the booklet are 10 pages of the policy of another woman whom I don't know, who lives in Georgia, that lists her name, birthday, social security number, benefactors.
It's a mistake then, right? Okay.
It's a privacy issue.
It's a mistake, obviously. They made a mistake.
Well, and so then that prompted me to think, well,
yeah,
even though, you know, she's got a lot more money in her account than me, and I won't use it, you know, I won't defraud her.
So where are we going with this at this point? Where are we going?
Well, so I've talked to Transamerica. I've tried to talk to the person that sold me this annuity. The person that sold me this annuity, I would like, at this point, everything to be in writing. He has refused to answer in writing, although he has left me voicemails. I've talked to...
What do you want? You haven't told me what you want, Chris.
Okay.
What is the problem?
Okay, so what I want, based upon suitability, is that I would like my paltry $50,000 to be released to me surrender-free.
It won't be. You signed a contract. It won't be. He would have to cover it personally. What you're asking for are damages. I mean, what do you want with your 50 grand? Do you want to put it on a 401k? What is your goal right now? What is your goal?
My goal right now is to not be homeless and be able to pay my rent.
Okay, so you need the money, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, if you need the money, let's say you needed the money and you did not have an annuity. Let's say you had a 401k, just regular. You would cash out your 401k and you would pay income tax on it along with a 10% penalty if you're under 59.5. Are you under 59.5?
No, unfortunately not, but I'm close.
How old are you?
I'm about to turn 55.
50, then you are. I asked you if you're under 59.5, and you said, unfortunately not. You are under.
I'm about to turn 55.
Right. So you would have a penalty. So you would be socked with a penalty even if you did not have the annuity. The only added part the annuity does is the surrender fee. But I just need you to understand this. You would still pay a penalty and taxes even if you did not have the annuity, okay? How much more are you paying for the annuity surrender fee? How much is that?
It depends upon the amount that's surrender free in the account.
Well, okay, give me an approximation. You must have looked into it. If you cash out today, what would be the surrender?
$4,000.
Okay, so in essence, listen to this carefully. In essence, that annuity is costing you an extra $4,000 when you withdraw it. Even if you had a 401k, you would not get the full $50,000 anyway.
It's still there's gonna be another $15,000 plus taken.
What if she had rolled it over into an IRA instead of an annuity?
No matter what you roll it into, before 59 and a half, you will have to pay income tax plus a 10% penalty.
Unless if it's another qualified plan.
Right, but I'm talking about if you withdraw the money. If you withdraw the money and use it for rent and other things, it will be taxed plus penalty. If you borrow from it, it will not be taxed and penalized. However, you don't sound like you want to borrow from it. You sound like you want to use it. Is that right?
Well, I've not been told by Transamerica or the person that sold it to me that I can borrow from it, but
you can. You can. However, Chris, it can't be a wink. Chris,
I'm unemployed. I have zero income,
Chris,
so taxes aren't a concern to me.
Okay, then what you need to do is simply surrender it and take all the penalties and taxes and get what's ever left. Roughly, if you had a $53,000 annuity, you would take $4,000 from that. So now you have $49,000, and you would pay approximately
20% state and federal taxes, say.
Where'd you get 20%? Because it's regular income tax.
Yeah,
it's not a capital gain.
No, but it's her income's going to be so small because she's jobless.
You're saying she's in the 20% bracket.
Yeah, she's going to be 15 and 5 most likely. Then on top of that, whatever the penalty is. What's that? 10, 15?
So you're down to 49,000. Right? So now you subtract from 49,000. I mean, I hate doing math on the air, but I'm just saying you would end up with, you would end up with money anyway, but you have to pay the 20% and they will withhold it. So the 20%, but you also pay another 10%. So you got 5,000 off of that. So take your 4,900 and you would subtract your 5 from that. So now you're down to 4,400. Okay? And 4,400, you would then take your tax, or 44,000, I'm sorry, and you would pay your tax on 44,000.
But she'd be silly to take it all. She doesn't need it all at once, so I'd just take a little bit.
But no matter what she takes, I'm saying if you lump summed it out right now, I don't feel like doing partial math for you at this point on a radio show. So basically, we're looking at, you'd end up with 38,000 probably.
Jesus.
So cash it out.
And there's no repercussions for the person that sold it to me knowing it
Here's something you really need to know. If you hang on, I swear to you, I want you to know this because it will help you going forward. I'm not saying there's no repercussions. There is a plan. Hold on.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom.
Boy, that Chinese thing is really dropping the markets, boy.
What is?
That Chinese disease. That's what's dropping the market.
Why?
Everybody's worried about it.
Yeah. Well, it'll kill oil. It will fucking destroy oil.
Oil?
Oil dropped, I think they said.
How the fuck can it hurt oil?
Because they don't. China is the biggest consumption of oil.
So? They're not going to fucking sell them oil?
They shut 22 million people can't leave their city right now.
Mark, what does that have to do with oil?
No, it does. It does.
It's all fucking energy, man.
And a lot of it is.
Okay. They have a fucking virus, and somehow they're going to stop using oil.
Tom,
they do.
No, Tom, it's a lot of it. Well, just like the market, a lot of it's just.
I hope it
people
does,
going nuts.
because that'll make our domestic wells more expensive. It'll make the domestic oil
It doesn't,
more.
but the reason is it's truly the consumption.
Because there's sick people not using oil, Mark?
No, because there's 22 million people right now in China that can't go by anywhere. They can't leave by airplane. They can't leave by train. They can't leave anywhere.
Unrealistic. K&H Home Solutions is a home solution company for siding, windows, doors, and more. As they say, K&H has what you're looking for. And this month, you make the appointment. This month, you can have it done anytime they can do it, but they will do buy window, get a window free. Buy a window, get a window free. That's K&H Home Solutions. And Everlast Siding, 35% off when you mention Martino, and entry doors, 35% off entry doors. That's K&H Home Solutions. Now, you make your own appointment at khwindows.com. I know these people personally. I know them. I know the company. They've been around longer than I have been in Denver, and I've known them from the day I arrived. K&H Home Solutions. Make your own appointment for 35% off the best siding in the world, and buy one window and get one free. khwindows.com.
I'll tell you what I don't do is I don't buy anything dog food, nothing.
By the way,
anything edible from China.
I'm just asking you to explain to me how sick people translates to lower energy.
Well, it's probably a lot of it's just human
panic.
Yes, there you go. That's a good word. Just a lot of it's just panic.
But
they are a big consumer of oil. China does.
And they're not going to be consuming oil anymore?
Oh, no.
I think it's everything. It's just fear. I don't think it's just oil.
Like if China got wiped off the face of the earth, I can see. What they're saying is China's in trouble. They're a big consumer of oil. We're in trouble. Right?
Just like when you're right, but it's just like when we got they flew into the 9/11. Look, that didn't hurt our economy at all. It was just panic.
It did.
It was just but it was panic.
The panic caused it,
right.
not the actual destruction.
It did affect a lot of planes, travel because they shut down.
I understand, but you're saying it's not the actual oil consumption that's going down.
I wouldn't think so.
It's the fear.
That's what I would say.
The oil market always suffers from fear, but it usually goes up with fear, not down. That's what I don't understand.
Well, there's so much oil out there. I don't know.
Okay, let me just see if this virus. Let me Google this virus because.
And a lot of people think.
What's it called? What kind of virus?
Corona? But I think a lot of people think it's a lot worse than what China's putting out to be.
Yeah. Oil prices
they think it's
slid
undercover
as the widening coronavirus outbreak threatened to curb global demand. That's what it is. But why?
Because there's so many people in China.
The international benchmark.
Doesn't China have more people than the rest of the world put together?
Good question. I don't know. India's got the second.
Oil slumps because China fears shadow.
The same thing happened over SARS.
They said SARS was even worse. SARS, they said, was more deadly.
I want to see what it actually dropped during SARS. I mean, it was fucking crazy.
Call 800-493-1717. 800-493.
And you know when they say corona death toll virus spikes, well now it's 26 dead.
Well, and it just, here's what everybody's worried about. It just fucking started.
Yeah.
It's only been, we heard about this, what, a week ago?
But we don't even know how much China knew about it.
I know.
Because that's the worst thing about those communist countries. They try to portray them as they're such a great society. And so they try to cover up everything. Russia does the same thing.
As you approach retirement,
whereas the U.S. is way more, I mean, they'll make it worse than what it is.
It says the SARS outbreak in 0203 weighed on annual air traffic and jet fuel prices.
stress-free, mortgage-free retirement without losing.
They predicted the global demand for oil could drop by around 260,000 barrels a day, pushing prices down almost $3 a barrel.
That's SARS?
This is all SARS, yeah.
Or touching your Social Security, or if you want to remain in your current home for years to come. An American financing their mortgage.
But boy, I mean, look at any of the stuff that comes from China. You just got to be so careful. Remember the dog food? They had poison dog food. They had sheetrock.
I'll tell you who's more shifty than them. The Canadians. They still have asbestos in their fucking drywall.
Oh, I know, but it's locked in there, though.
I'm telling you, I think it's a fucking way of trying to get back at Trump. I think they're up to no good over there. Let me tell you, do you think it's normal cops running around on horses with no guns and weird red things?
Oh, no, I think they got guns.
I don't know.
You talking the Mounties?
Yeah.
Oh, they're armed.
I don't think they carry batons.
That's the Bobbies.
I'm Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, I need to tell Chris this because it's very important. I don't think she's getting this, okay? Chris, I can help you get some recourse here, but this is what you do. I think you're under a false impression, and correct me if I'm wrong. I just think this. I think you're thinking that because you were put into an annuity, this guy really screwed you up. By the way, I think it wasn't appropriate and it wasn't suitable. That's my opinion. But the difference between you being in an annuity and not is only about $4,000. So it's not like a big part of your money is gone. You're thinking, oh my God, I need cash now. And if I didn't have this annuity, I would have had 50 grand. No, and now I'm only going to have 30. That's not true. It's a false assumption.
No, that's not at all.
So you want repercussion. I want to make this clear. He took your retirement money and put it into an annuity, so there's a surrender charge. So you asked if there's accountability. I want to make this point, then have you answer. What would you go? You're going to pay penalties, and you're going to pay taxes on the money you withdraw to use. Okay? I'm going to ask you, what accountability do you want from him? What do you expect from him? Let's say you have a magic wand, and we can make him pay for any of your damages. What are your damages?
I just want my money I want them to give me back my money without surrender fees.
Okay, that's it then. So your damages...
And I want the entire world to go without hunger.
I know. So what you're saying is, you're sorry he pushed you into this. I agree with you. And I agree, you would not have had the surrender fees with a regular 401k. So, here's where we stand. Okay? You have about $4,000 in surrender fees. So
and that's huge to me because I have not been employed.
I know, but you can still withdraw about $38,000, just about 30 something, right? So here's what I would do if I were you. I'm not saying you should do this. I would take the money and withdraw it, and then I would sue the guy in small claims court. That's what I would do. That's exactly what I would do. Because otherwise you can't afford it. Because if you go after him for a suitability test...
I doubt there is the guy here in Colorado. Where is he?
In Lakewood.
Oh, okay.
By the way, I would like to call this bastard anyway, because he did, not because of... Chris, you're cashing out. It's only going to cost you a surrender fee. But over the long run, this guy did it wasn't a good investment for you.
Thank you.
But, But do you understand? You were thinking, I know what you were thinking because you said it. You want your 50 grand. You somehow believe that if you didn't have this annuity, somebody would hand you $50,000, and they're not going to.
I've never taken money out of a qualified plan. I don't think they withhold the taxes, do they?
I think they do.
See, I don't know the answer. Are you sure?
I think they absolutely do.
Okay,
I've done it.
Come down there.
I've done it, and they withhold. But what difference does that make? She's going to owe the taxes.
No, I know that, but well, here's the difference. If she's broke and there's nothing even for Uncle Sam to go after,
I think 38 grand. I think after paying taxes, 38 grand is going to be something. I mean, Chris, can 38 grand help you?
Yes, it can keep me out of homelessness.
Yes.
But I don't expect someone to hand me 50 grand. I just want them to be fair. You know?
Chris, they're not going to be fair. They're going to go by the contract. That's it. But you can go.
And I get that.
You can go and try to get your surrender fee back. You can get your surrender fee back in a different way. I don't know how many times I can say it. So, Chris, instead of getting 41, you're going to get, you're going to get 30.
And then spend the $55 to go to small claims.
You're going to get $8,000 less. If that's what your surrender is, that's what you said it was. I'm just going by what you told me. Chris, you have a comment. Caller Chris, what about it?
I actually used to work for Transamerica for about 6 months, and really it's an insurance company, or they sell life insurance policies operating under the guise of being financial advisors.
I know. And so does Primerica. They do the same thing.
I just wanted to be known. I only worked there for a few months because when you go through your insurance training, they kind of tell you that it's immoral and it's not right, and almost to a point of being illegal to tell people that this is a savings vehicle, and that's exactly how Transamerica markets it. And it's a life insurance policy, and it's just not legal to market it that way.
Well, I'll tell you, this woman was sold a bill of goods, but again, it has a finite value of loss.
Now, impact traffic.
There's a few of the normal slow spots you see.
I don't care what you guys say. She was thinking she's going to get 50 grand. Right. I mean, that's bullshit that she thought.
I think she thought she was going to get 58 grand.
Yeah, that I want my money without surrendering. But
and even worse, she's going to be in the same damn situation in a year.
Mark,
she'll through that. She'll go through that 38 grand like that.
They forced they take out upfront costs 20 years ago.
They what?
They changed that 20 years ago.
Hey Tom, why couldn't you just borrow $15,000 to get her through the tough time just to get a job?
Right.
And then you don't have no penalties. She pushes through that.
Oh, hold on, guys.
And really, that's the whole thing, get a job.
I'll go a little long.
Or the flu is by taking your temperature, and no one does that better than the Exergen temporal scanners. Learn more at Exergen.com.
All right, if you or anybody you know ever needs a sewer line replacement, write this number down, Master Rooter. They can save you up to 50% off those other guys. They own their own equipment. They do everything in-house. And most importantly, on something like that, they can save you a fortune. The other thing, if you just need a new sink installed, maybe a faucet, anything to do with plumbing, including frozen pipes, 24/7 emergency service, these are the guys. They offer great discounts as well for military, senior citizens. Even single-income families get a discount from Master Rooter Plumbing. Write this number down. If you own a house, if you own something, that an apartment, anything, at some point you're going to need a plumber. You ready? 720-434-3406. 720-434-3406, and you can always find them on referrallist.com.
Mortgage rates have plummeted to a 3-year low and are nearing historic lows. At the same time, home values have gone up roughly 50%.
Yeah, her big thing is she should try to borrow from it. Maybe she could borrow something. I don't know.
Well, okay, can you borrow your full amount?
Well, but why would you?
No. I'm just saying. I'm not saying this is right or anything.
I don't think you can do the full.
Because then she'd get her 50 grand. I know Uncle Sam will track her down like the hound dogs they are. I get that. But when you're facing homelessness, I don't think that fucking matters to him.
Well, you don't want to give a homelessness person 50 grand.
If I call that financial advisor, I just don't want to.
APO, just say we have a question about annuities.
No, I'm talking about the guy in question.
Oh, just
I've
say.
already tried APO.
Just say, hey, we have so and so on the line. She said you sold her an annuity. We're just trying to figure out why you would sell her an annuity.
Okay.
You bastard.
in her position.
You bastard.
You bastard fucks.
Do you want to ask Mark what you were? I'll turn it off.
What is it?
Rod,
I can ask after the show.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't have to do that.
Okay.
But I still don't. I just think that the answer for her, she's 50-something years old. She's still young enough to get another job.
She's got to get a job.
Yeah. So why not just borrow from it? No more penalties. And then when everybody's back up and running again, whatever she has left, send it back to the company.
Why doesn't she have a job?
Right. And this happened, and she lost it.
That's
2018.
She just lost.
2018.
A year and a half.
15 months ago.
2 years.
It was November 2018.
Okay, a year and 3 months.
Right.
Okay.
Let me tell you, a lot of people.
She's holding out for management.
Okay, here's what it is. She got a severance package, and she was probably trying to get unemployment at that. So she was living off that without working. That's what I would say.
And now she hasn't been working so long, she doesn't want to be working.
Yeah, Rod, it's terrible out there how people think they can just get by like that.
Yeah, how come this woman hasn't had a job for 13
when I
months?
had here, I didn't even know.
But here's the other thing. I'm done with that call. It's fucking... It's belabored.
I want to do it longer.
Bring her back, hold her over the break.
I want to do the headline, the tease. What should I say?
Let's dedicate it to 4th hour. I'm really pushing that no commercials for our 4th hour power hour. I'm doing that Monday.
Wow.
Yeah, I want the power hour. No commercials, 4th hour. But there will be commercials. They'll just be very good commercials. There'll be no going to breaks. They'll just be live. I will just break out in song.
Can you do that?
Master Rooter.
How do you do that when they have the normal 15-minute breaks?
Well, that's why I'm doing it with management. They do it. I mean, they change the clock is what it's called. I think it's the way we should go. No commercial blocks. No commercial blocks. Just like
I know.
Just like we do now. Everything's live. No commercial blocks.
Way back in the 60s, I don't know, Tom, if you remember that, at least one, they went the whole show, I remember bands, and then have the commercials all at the end.
The supervisors for a full cash reimbursement, and they're just waiting for the approval for her to get her full. I have not told her that, so I'm going to sound dumb if I try to say something like that.
Thank you. I'm going to take all
They
the
said
credit.
that?
He said that.
I am so glad I called.
Let's do a special. 6,000 off any car.
Even if the car's only 5,000. Here's your car and a check.
Step out.
I can't
Step out, Rod.
That's a giveaway right there.
Rod, what's your position there?
Buyer.
Oh, you're a buyer.
The man.
No, the buyer is a powerful position.
Yeah, I do it all.
Like Rocky's buyer, man. I can't believe they have to hustle to find good cars.
Oh, it's a tough one.
They say it's the cash for clunkers and the slowdown at factories during the recession hurt them.
Yeah.
Oh, cash for clunkers was
Is Cash for Hunters still seeing that?
No. But remember, it was the cash for clunkers made a lot of people get rid of those older cars.
Right.
No, because they got $10,000. They could go out and buy a brand new car just by getting rid of their old one. Give me a fucking... You could buy a $10,000 Ford Focus back then. $10,000 tax credit.
Getting $10,000 for a clunker.
Yeah, I think he got 10 grand.
It was about $3,000. I think they were giving for their clunker.
I'm gonna look it up. I think it was way more.
Get out of here, guys.
You heading out?
All right. Rod Dreher, JFR Cars, JFRCars.com. Go see him. He'll take care of you. What will you do for Martino listeners if they buy before the end of the month? Something. Percentage, maybe?
Do you see that look?
What do you have? Do you have authority to do what? Something. How about something special? You just go there and say
something special.
They'll come up with something.
You want me to come up with it for you?
No. Because there's not a lot of people think there's a lot of profit in all of these cars. In new cars, there's how much do you think on an average new car people make? I got good news, by the way, for Chris. Don't hang up, Chris. Roll over. Yeah. What do you think? I mean, what is the average?
I think about a couple grand, $3,000.
At top.
Yeah.
That would be a good one, right? Well, if you have like the new Corvette, they're doing premiums on that. Well,
yeah, the little cheap cars. There's not enough. That's not a lot of profit. Just a numbers game.
How about this? You go see Rod Greer, JFR Cars, to find a car, jfrcars.com, and then he'll come up with something special.
And then think of like Tesla. They lose money on every car.
How
the hell's that happen?
Do they really?
I don't think they've made any money yet, have they?
Are you kidding? On every unit. Just
if the
Amazon
company has never made money.
Do you remember Amazon?
Yeah, I know.
Amazon on every transaction.
I know.
They used to. I mean, they're making money now.
Billions.
Yeah. So, I mean, never mind. I mean, for years, right? It was a promise and a prayer, and he came through. Chris, listen. We called this company, and I'm not sure if it was us calling or they're going to do it anyway, or you made enough noise. But according to him, this guy, they said, what's the name of the company, Suzanne?
It's just Rick Stone. He's a financial advisor.
He have submitted this to waive all fees and to try to get you a full refund.
That's fantastic.
Now listen, we're going to follow this along. That you still remember now, the net to you is not that much. It's just it'll take away that surrender fee, but you still have to pay your taxes and penalty. And you knew that or not? Did you know that before you called us?
No, I did not.
Okay. Now, you can take some of it. It doesn't have to be all of it. And then you don't pay as much in, taxes and penalty, right?
Yeah, I can do that.
Or borrow from it. You know what, Chris? I think you should structure it as a loan first.
Okay.
Then what you do, first roll it over to an IRA, okay? No matter what, if they issue you a refund, roll it over to an IRA. We're going to give you the name of somebody who can do that for you in a very, very easy investment, okay, in an IRA. I don't know. Our guys at APO don't handle small ones like that, do they? But we'll find someone. Mark, can we find someone to establish an IRA for her to get her full 50 back?
Just a Ameritrade.
Yeah, but we have to watch. She doesn't know. We have to help her.
Actually, I don't understand why she didn't just stay with Fidelity.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. It's gone, right?
Yeah.
So now she needs to open up an account. If they give you a refund, and I'm hoping they will, you get that refund of about, what is it going to be, about 53? Maybe 58. Who knows? It might be the 58. You put it away in an IRA. That's it. Then we will teach you how to borrow from it.
Okay.
Now, Chris, hold on. Suzanne's going to make sure we have your contact info. I'm Tom Martino. We help people in all kinds of situations. Stick around for more coming up.
We all remember our first time, right? No, not that first time. The first time you couldn't
that's disgusting. What that guy just said.
Embarrassed, frustrated, and if it's happening often, it could be causing problems in your relationship. Or worse, causing you to avoid any intimacy at all. This is Jeff with the Rocky Mountain Men's Club. Erectile dysfunction is a problem for many men, young and old. And if you're one of them, we understand.
You know what I can't believe that I hope America sees this? That all the Democrats are saying what Trump is doing with China is such a bad fucking deal.
What? What are you talking about?
That how he's holding China accountable with the tariffs and everything.
They say it's bad.
They say it's, why the fuck are you doing that? You're costing Americans fucking all this money. That just boggles my mind. That's one of the best things that he has done, is to hold China accountable.
Why do they say it's bad?
Because they said the Americans are, because of the tariffs, are paying higher
because the
dollars.
prices are higher.
But all they got to say, look at it as a tariff, is like a national sales tax. That's what it is.
Yeah. But what he is saying is, you don't get free trade.
Right.
You don't give us free trade.
Not only that, is you stealing our intellectual property, or patents, all that. But yeah, no, they...
But because consumers...
They're arguing that President Trump abused his power of office and obstructed Congress with his dealings with Ukraine, asking the newly elected leader...
I'll tell you, they're going to be... They have no idea what to do. They already know he's going to win again. They don't know how to stop it.
No way.
Oh, Tom, it's a done deal, man.
He has a bad approval rating.
You're missing it, man. It's not even... It's not even going to be fucking close.
I'm afraid of anybody else.
It's not even going to be close.
I'm with you. But I'm afraid.
But there's nothing to be afraid of unless if something actually happens. Right now, if the election was today, he'd win, and he's in the middle of a fucking trial. I'm positive.
Why?
Because the states that carry him, the ones that made him win last time, are in the same fucking polling. He wins again.
Didn't they even change those laws to help him?
Nah, not really.
Yeah, they did the majority thing, the election.
That doesn't kick in this year. That's 2024.
They're actually prohibited from
If it even stands up to the Supreme Court.
3 terms now. Just kidding.
Wouldn't that be funny if he tried to change that? Holy shit, the Democrats would just implode.
Do you think they think he's going to win again?
Oh yeah, I definitely think they think he's going to win again. You know what'll be curious is over the next, say, 15 years, do you think the Democrats will move back center? Or do you think I think they're going to start understanding if they continue far left, they're really going to be fucked.
I think our country, I shudder to think, but because of the Gen Z and the surveys they took, the younger people, Mark, I fear for our country.
I know.
No, I mean, there are people, they're fucking crazy.
I know.
And you know what? I don't know why, but it's like,
Zoom lets you connect and do business across
they're not going to be able to pay for it.
Zoom ties together all of your
No, in fact, it's been proven every time they've tried it anywhere in the fucking world. The only way you could really do socialism, honestly, and make it work is not socialism, it's communism.
What's the difference? I mean, okay, just...
Well, China, the government sets everything.
In communism, there's no private ownership. Communism. In socialism, it's all ownership. I mean, all private still. But the government takes care of the major services. There's a big difference.
Yeah, I know.
Communism has no private ownership.
Socialism, I don't think, works anywhere ever. Never has.
Neither has communism.
Oh, China.
Well,
China's the...
that's right, because of dictators and shit. You're right.
Not only that, I mean, they manipulate their currency. They do whatever they need to do. I mean, the government, it's fucking weird.
K-How News Time, 103. RTD riders could have a rough commute home. Around 130 train trips were canceled today as the agency deals with operator shortage. This woman says getting home now is already a chore.
Holy shit, they canceled 130 light rails today? I wonder why.
The virus.
No, hearing. Doc!
Check the RTD website for all the latest on the canceled trains.
They're both economic philosophies advocating public rather than private ownership. How the fuck can people want that? Especially the means of production, distribution, and exchange. You know, you'd be surprised how many people do not want capitalism anymore, Mark. We'd be fucked. You imagine working for government broadcasting, never having endorsements or fun, or, you know, everything would be controlled and owned.
It's fucking crazy.
Both aim to fix the problems they see created by capitalism, including exploitation of workers and widening gulf between rich and poor. Socialism emerged in response to many workers grew poor, even though factory owners became wealthy.
You know, the U.S. really did, you know, coming into the 1900s, we really did do a lot for employees in general. Honestly, before like 1920, you could do anything to someone. I mean, you could work them 100 hours a week, and I mean, really, it was crazy.
See, I've always thought the extremes this way and the extremes that way make for normalcy, because
I think they do. I think that's a very good point.
Because really, no matter
oh, I know what I was going to ask you. Listen, this is a little, I just want your true opinion on it. Doctor says, okay, 90% of the brain's missing, there's no eyes, and other issues with the fetus. 6 months along, 5 months along. I don't know, the true thing, I don't know at what point in the pregnancy they realized how bad it was. The birth is not viable. In other words, the second it's born, it's dead. So, abortion, no abortion. Just your opinion.
Let me think.
It's a military family that her sister knows.
Stock markets go up and
Not viable. But, you know, she's I'm sure the woman believes that maybe a miracle could happen. There's no doubt.
But
there must be a reason she's wants to go through with it 100%.
I don't know. I don't know why. And I mean, honest to God, Mark, I don't. Thank God I'm not in front.
Jeez, can you imagine that though? No eyes, 90% of the brain not there. The second it's off the mother, it dies. There's so much of the brain missing that the body doesn't even know how to breathe. You see what I'm saying? It's not viable. It's just a very curious question.
Well, what? Okay, that's the thing. If that baby, listen to this. If that baby was alive after an accident on a bed, we would let it die. A child.
Oh, absolutely.
Or an adult.
Oh,
They wouldn't keep it on life support.
Well, they could. Well, yeah. You're right.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. That is our number. And we also have 303-MARTINO. And that number is useful because people listen at different times. We have, of course, live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on the iHeart Radio app, live at referrallist.com. But those streams are archived, so you can always find us, and you may not be where the office is open or closed, and we may be here or there. So to keep it simple, if you always call 303-MARTINO, you will get through to us, and you leave a number, and I promise you we will get back to you. So let's go to the phones. Brad's been waiting a long time. I want to get to him. Today is car day, but you know what? We've hardly had any car calls. If you want to talk about cars, that's fine. I'd like to bring your attention to Panacea Life Sciences in Golden, real CBD that works.com. I have an update, too. We referred a young couple to Frank Duran, the real estate man.com. Here's what happened. They have an apartment, and their apartment they're being evicted a few months early because the kids are noisy. Oh, yeah. And they said, we just want to buy a place, but we're trying to save up earnest money. They're approved for a CHAFA loan, which is a low-interest first-time home buyer loan. And I said, get a hold of Frank Duran. He could probably negotiate with the landlord, and the landlord could probably let up a little and at least wait till you find a home. Okay. Come to find out that this downstairs neighbor is really upset, doesn't want them there another day. But Frank talked to the landlord, and the landlord says, you know what? We can move them into another apartment in the same complex on the first floor. Then we don't have to worry whether the kids are noisy or not. And that can help them on a short-term basis until they find a place. And they said, no, the tenants don't want it. They don't want any part of that place. They're upset. So here's the deal. I mean,
well, wait a minute. That's insane.
I know.
They're going to end up screwing their own credit, and they're not going to be able to get this house. They better watch it.
Here's the thing. Meanwhile, Frank Duran, the real estate man, is helping them to find a home. But, you know, here's what I think, Mark. They may not find a home by August when their lease is up. And they may have to stay even longer. So it would be good to have a place because even though they were given 10 days to move in the eviction, they're never going to find a place, in my opinion, in 10 days. They may not even find one if they move to another apartment by the time their lease is up. So what would be wrong with a month-to-month rent in another apartment until they find a place? It could, who knows, it could be 3 or 4 months by the time financing, well, they're already approved, but you know what I'm saying, right, Mark? Why are they keeping a gun to their own head?
I don't know.
Isn't that terrible? So I don't know what to do, but Frank is still trying to help them. By the way, Frank Duran, the real estate man, this is just one of the things he does. He's a great guy if you're ever looking to buy or sell. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. But that, to me, sounds crazy. Sometimes, Mark, we've come across this, right? We've come across this where people just, they have a problem, there's a solution,
worst
and
enemy.
They pick the hardest way to go.
They become their own worst enemy.
The hardest way to go. Okay, so Brad was ripped off by foreign currency. I don't know what that means. There are places where you can exchange your currency for traveling. Is that what you're talking about, Brad?
No. And hi, Tom, and hello to your team.
Hello. What's happening then? We'll let you explain.
Well, I invested in dinar like many people, Iraqi dinar.
Okay.
10, 11, 12 years ago.
Yes.
I've exchanged some, 8 or 9 years ago.
Yeah.
I haven't for many years.
Sure.
And so I got back on the internet and, Googled sell dinar. The first site that comes up is dinarcurrency.com.
Okay.
Well, if you think about that, that's a coveted website. Obviously, it would be with dinar trading.
I'm looking for it. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I love you guys.
Okay, so what's going on?
Action.
Yeah. And what happened?
So I filled out the form to sell. I had 25,000 notes.
Yep.
And you put that information in there.
You mean 25,000 dinar?
Iraqi notes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 25,000 Iraqi dinar notes. Yeah.
That's like $21, isn't it?
Yeah, 17 to 21, something like that.
Okay.
So they're paying $1,000 per million, less a $50 processing
Well, we're
fee.
talking about sales.
I sure wouldn't use them then. You're going to end up paying them.
Yeah.
No. No. I'm sending him $1 million dinar, which is they're going to pay me $1,000.
I thought you had 25,000. You said.
Oh no, I sent him 2.5 million dinar. My apologies.
Oh, 2.5 million dinar you have, which would be worth
they
what?
Were in 25,000 notes.
Oh.
I see what he's saying. It's about $2,100 then, right?
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's right.
So minus
Max.
the $50 and what?
Yeah. So and then they send you a check. They operated the same way. I've always done currency changes. They want a color ID of your driver's license. So I filled that out. Back to that. I filled that out. I got an immediate response. These are the instructions.
Yeah.
You get an email saying send it to this company.
Right. So where are we going with it? What happened? Go to the end.
I haven't received any phone calls. No.
How long ago
back.
was that? How long ago was this?
I sent it on the 8th.
Oh, man.
And it was received Friday at a company in Las Vegas. It's a big office complex.
Yeah.
I've done some research.
Their website's down, by the way.
It's down now?
Yep, totally down. Yep, I looked it up and
But keep going. So someplace in Vegas has it.
I just looked it up a few minutes ago.
Yeah, so did I. And while I was on, it went down and it said can no longer be reached. Now it just came back up, but the front page is not loading. There's obviously problems, but as Mark said, where do we stand right now? Where does it stand?
So I sent it USPS, had it tracked. It was received on Friday at the desk.
Where are they located?
Las Vegas.
Okay, Vegas, got it.
So it is an office. It's a big office complex.
Yeah.
Turns out there's a company that sublets. Their name is. Can I say the name?
Yeah, of course.
Their name is Regis, and they sublet.
Well, Regis is just all Regis is a combination office where you go in and they have a front desk and all that. That's just a subletting business. Regis. It's Regis.
I found that out now.
Regis is legit. But anyway. You got ripped off.
So,
you got
anyway,
ripped off. This is the
lady-
problem when you're dealing with foreign corporations or just on the internet or people that don't have a real identity. You get screwed.
Yeah, but here's the thing. This is a crime in progress.
Yes.
I did some research on this
course it
guy,
is.
and he's on the Interpol watch list.
What's his name?
CIA. Tim Hungerford.
Oh, my goodness. I can't believe that. I heard of this guy from years ago on another scam. This guy must be just a worldwide scammer.
Yeah, but he has the premier dinar currency, and he's still in business. I've looked at the Secretary of State. He has 2 businesses.
So what do you want? Are you upset?
Currency.
Are you upset that authorities are not doing anything?
Yes, I've contacted.
So am I.
I've contacted the SEC. Talked to somebody. I've talked to the FBI. I've talked to Las Vegas Police.
Well, they probably think, you know, this sucks, man, because I agree with you.
There
are so many crooks, and they know they can get away with it, Brad, because nobody's going to go looking for them. No one.
Here's the thing. This lady knows the guy. I talked to her every day for the last 4 days. And see, I thought the guy's name was Rob.
Why don't you go out there and go out on vacation and take him to small claims court?
I can't go out there. It cost me all the money I made. I needed that money.
I mean, if you were going anyway for fun.
No, I don't go to Vegas for fun.
Okay.
I sit on my couch for fun.
And invest in currency.
I was going to say Vegas might be a little easier to make money.
Yeah.
I mean, this lady, so anyway, I did some research today and found out about Timmy.
What did you say?
And I called her back today. I said, have you heard from him? She said, nope, not yet. I emailed him and left a message on his personal number.
Well, you can't be the only one that's getting ripped off, right?
Yeah, because there's two ads. And he has another address at a UPS store in Vegas.
Hey, how much would you have, let's say it was all legit and you got paid, how much would you have made off that investment and how many years?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have made anything. I would have lost probably $400.
Yikes.
So 2000.
What do you want us to do?
I need some law enforcement help. This is a crime in progress.
Nobody.
This guy would be so easy to find.
What agency? Would this be Secret Service or Treasury?
Golly, you can't ask me.
Well, when you talk about currency,
the Iraqi police.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding when I say this is too complicated and no one... Listen, we don't have law enforcement like you see in the movies where they actually get down and... I mean, we have such a myth about law enforcement. Unless there's a lay-down case and a clear-cut many victims or a big victim, nobody cares. We think that somebody cares. I've said this before. If an investment counselor right now took $50,000 from you, where do you go? You won't get action anywhere. You won't. And there's no law enforcement. If he told you, you know what, I lied to you, I'm not an investment counselor, I forged my license, and I took your $50,000, and there's not even an account, there is no one that will take it. You wait. You tell someone, and they'll give you an excuse why they can't take it. The DA won't take it. The Treasury won't take it. No one will take it. And then once in a great while, if you get right, they shuffle jurisdictions, and if you get lucky enough to find someone who says, yeah, well, I may look into it, if it gets complicated, they drop it. We are lulled into thinking we have protection because of movies and TV and all that. We don't. But if there are massive losses, that's where it happens. If you have people that are ripped off that are famous, or there are a lot of people where it will get news coverage or a lot of events, a lot of talking and social media, then you will get action. So that's what we have here. We have no one cares syndrome.
And he'd even be screwed on small claims because it's not here.
No one cares syndrome. Brad, I'm serious. Did you call the FBI and actually report this?
I did.
No, did you actually say, I want to report a crime? And it was done by wire, basically, right? Didn't you wire them money?
No, I sent it USPS because they have to.
Well, okay, that's mail. That's federal. I mean, did the FBI even take a?
I called the U.S. Postal Inspector Police.
What did Newman do?
And the girl was just like, "Wow, that's hard to believe." And I said, "Yes." In fact, she looked up the tracking number.
Did the FBI? Did the FBI take a complaint?
No. I told the guy, and he said, "Wow." I mean, he said the same thing.
See if the FBI, we don't have to do it for today, but maybe, do they have a PR department or a PIO, public information agent? I don't know. I would like to ask where people go with crime. I know they say you can call us, but they don't even take down the report. I know a guy who called up about stolen airplane parts. And they wouldn't even take the report. I mean, you think I'm kidding, right, people? I'm not kidding. You'd be surprised. You'd be shocked at how easy it is to get away with crime.
Weekdays 2 to 4. The Situation.
Denver police, I called, I had a stock certificate, I called a $15,000 stock certificate stolen. I never got a call back. They gave me a number, I called back twice, they never gave me a call back.
GetFoundFast.com, that's all you need to know. If you're looking for someone to really help you with search engine optimization, pay-per-click advertising, and all of that stuff that seems like a mystery, get someone who really does care, a local company that is really getting results. In fact, talk of the town when it comes to this kind of work. GetFoundFast.com. I've asked people, who should I go to? And you know, when all the techs and all the geeks say, well, I wouldn't go to GetFoundFast, they think they know everything. And so many people are saying that, they're afraid of them. GetFoundFast.com gets results.
When you're in retirement or have you retired in the last year or two, moving your
You know, that is funny though. With all these fucking geeks I visited that all gave me lines of shit, they all of them would say, well, you know, we're not like GetFoundFast. I wonder why they all hated that company.
Probably because it gets so well so quickly.
Maybe because that place advertises so much and tired of hearing about it. There's one. I swear to God.
How come Ideal doesn't do reverse mortgages?
Probably because there's not much money.
Well, okay.
You think, or I don't know.
You know what? That's a good question. Compared to a traditional, we already know what they
Did Mark
make.
show you how to do that so neatly?
I came up with that. Actually, listen. I put together this toolbox for him. You saw where that went. It's gone.
Mark, are we going to have this all neatly put in our
We won't
office?
need anything in here. Everything will be in the office. It's all wireless, baby.
No, we'll still have to have the speaker in here.
When are they going to move people out of the lobby and all that? Were you trying to talk to me?
Yeah, I guess you're right there.
And that camera.
We just won't have the router. You'll still have the laptop. Oh, but you could actually do it from in there. You could actually do it from anywhere in the world.
Do what? What he does? He can be on vacation and work.
Yep, he sure could. He could be on the beach in Hawaii as long as he has Wi-Fi. Switching camera angles. And putting up banners.
As long as everything works good.
In fact, we'll test the theory.
As long as everything works. But you'd still have to put it up every day because you're not going to leave it up. I wish we could.
You could put it up.
That's what I was wishing.
I wish
we could have everything mounted,
right.
Walk in and fucking do it.
Well, Dominic might allow us to mount the microphone. Really, that's all we'd have to do.
You could just mark it.
Are these our two cameras?
Oh, wait. It'd have to be a Wi-Fi.
Wait.
We need a Wi-Fi.
We need one more camera here.
Where's my one shot? Right there?
Right. That's
okay,
your,
and that one?
That's two.
Mark, let's just mount one.
That's right. One
Are
more.
They gonna rebuild
yes,
this?
We're not doing it without
Are
permission.
They rebuilding
Jesus Christ, they almost fucking killed
Mark,
me and you over fucking light bulbs.
We can do it portable with a suction.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Suction.
Oh, no, because it's going to end up falling.
Like museum glue. You can do it. I did it at home.
Okay.
You do that museum.
Oh, your thing just fell.
It's a paste that will come off.
Watch your agua.
It's paste that will come off. So I got the scoop of my
but the bad thing about that, it's got to be powered somewhere.
What do you mean?
You got to run a cord somewhere.
Look at this video, guys.
No, we'll get a solar powered one.
Mark, do you remember that thing I had painted? Look, that's part of it. Then look. Look how cool it looks now. It was all black and shit.
Oh, that is cool. Did you paint it?
No, these guys did all the repairs. There were a bunch of repairs needed. Look.
I got you.
Beautiful.
What do they do for a living? Machine shop or what is it?
Boats.
Oh.
Isn't that cool? I found a boat place.
We could probably run the power cord right down here.
We're not going to run shit. We're going to let Dominic do it.
No.
Is he a good guy?
No.
Yes, he's a very good guy.
If you're running out of room in your home, like maybe you're a hoarder,
He's the best, Jerry, the best.
Kids, those things are kind of
The best!
right?
Maybe we should bribe him.
Great news for you. Mortgage rates are incredibly low, making it
No,
the best, Jerry!
No, can you imagine people actually think, though, what Trump's doing in China is a bad fucking deal?
Well, he is.
I just...
What do you mean, what he's doing in China?
With the tariffs and everything, how he's trying to hold them accountable.
Well, you have to.
No.
Why would you not want to, Dan?
Mark, I don't know if I can make it to the end of the show.
Why?
I don't want to discuss it on air.
business that was founded right here in Denver and remains.
I'll tell you what'll do that to you. Little I learned.
What?
If you have too much of that goddamn fake sugar.
Fake sugar. Yes. Yep. Your ice cream, you mean?
I gotta have a lot of it though. I found that out.
Oh no, I don't have to have a lot. Oh my God.
I gotta have like. See, I use them in push-up pops. I think that's 1 cup. So if I have 3 cups or more,
Mark,
gotta watch it. But 2 cups, no change.
Are you saying
it's like a laxative?
You're not constipated?
I'm saying. Oh my God! I have got to tell you about these pills, Tom. I'm going to buy you some of these. I'm going to just buy them for you.
No, I really have to.
You take 6 in the morning, 6 at night.
Mark, I'm sorry.
You take 6 in the morning, 6 at night.
Don't say anything.
Well, you're already on, you know.
I know it.
Hurry up, go.
All right, 303-713-8255. I got to move my headset over. Tom had to, let's just say,
Bug out.
Yeah, he had to bug out for a minute or two. I'm not gonna quite say why, but I'm not sure what happened there. But it wasn't me. What do they say? Who smelt it, dealt it, or something like that? But just don't tell him I said anything. 303-713-8255. Solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints. Speaking of which, Kim, what's going on with this Verizon bill?
Hi there, how are you?
I'm doing great, Kim. What's up?
Hi. Okay, so I have been trying to deal with this Verizon bill for going on over 3 months, going on the 4th month. In November, I was double billed. So never happened before, but I caught it, called them. They said, okay, definitely, we'll take care of that. It was billed, I believe, November 18th.
How did they double bill you? How does that happen? I don't get it.
They don't even know. I mean, so I've spoken to 5 different people, 5 different times. No, and then they sit there on the phone. Well, gee, we need to figure out how that happened. Like, no, you don't need to waste my time. That's above my situation. You guys can.
When you say, but hold on, Kim, really, I just want to understand this, because if you were quote double billed, why wouldn't 1,000 other people be? Did they double? Like your average bill is $25, and they billed you 2 different lines of $25, or did they bill you more for one service?
No, they did it. They billed me the exact amount 2 times on my credit card.
God, that is so odd.
Yep. So,
all right, so where's it stand?
Okay, so then talk to people. They gave me a initial courtesy $20 credit, said it would be taken care of. Wasn't taken care of. What they did is actually, okay, so I went ahead and paid my bill. Like, I'm going to go ahead and pay it twice. You guys will give me a credit for the next month. We'll be squared. Next month, nothing. Called them again. This was Christmas Eve. Called them again. Like, nothing's happened. She gave me another courtesy credit for the next month, $30, because I'm still not getting anywhere. And then nothing happened. So then this month, so on my bill, and I have my credits on my credit card. I have all the credits. Nothing is on there either month for either December.
How much do they owe you? How much are we talking about?
$175.08.
Man.
So
how much have they given you in courtesy credits on the account? $60, you said?
50, 21st, and then 30 the second time.
Right.
Those show up. Yep, those show up. So what they did then, on December 13th, though, they reversed it. But I had already paid it twice. I already paid my November, so they reversed it, but I had already paid it twice. So instead of crediting me...
Yeah, they billed you again, then credited what they billed you again.
Yes, which means I'm still back to square one with not having my initial credit because they never credited it.
I went through this same thing with Sam's Club on something. I bought a mattress, and it happened to be purchased with about 10 other things. So the entire bill was like $1,000. The only thing that I didn't want after I ordered it, because they couldn't deliver it for 3 months, was this stupid mattress. So I called up, I canceled the mattress, I never received it. They never credited it. I called up and I complained. You know what they did? They billed me for the mattress again, which was $500-600 out of the $1,000, and then they credited it the same amount. And I'm like, well, you didn't do anything.
You know what? They did the exact same thing to me. So this month I got my bill. It's double, $350.28.
Oh, my God. Suzanne, we do have a Verizon contact.
Yes, I just need all that in an email to send over.
Yeah, just, Kim, the one thing I will say is our angel will cut through it. If you are truly owed it, you'll get it very quick. If you're not, they'll reach out to you and explain why. But, I mean, I don't think we've ever sent anything over to Verizon and not had it done, if it was correct. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right.
That would be great, because it got to the point that
Then you can call back and thank me.
I will do that. I'm really good about thanking people that truly provide customer service. You guys are great.
All right, hold tight. Suzanne, she's on one. 303-713-8255. We have some lines open. 303-713-8255. Now, let's take a quick break. Let's come back right after these messages.
This is Denver's Talk.
You know what? I think people got tired of that Chris call, and that's why we're not getting calls.
I need to fix it.
You want it?
I need the phone number at minimum.
Okay. I'll write it down for you here.
I might be able to pull it up quick enough.
But it's still slow from the
Yes, I will be able to.
So a stall on westbound
Are you?
70 near Holly, that's in the right lane with backups to Central Park. And an accident on eastbound 270 at Vasquez has the right lane blocked. Traffic jam back
I got it.
525.
526-3939.
That's the C470 interchange. Your forecast for today, partly cloudy this afternoon, will cool off to the mid-30s overnight tonight. And
Long or short on Fix It?
A mix of clouds and sun with a high in the mid-50s. It's 55 right now in Denver. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Janine LaRose, 630 KHOW.
This report is sponsored by Westera Credit Union. Get an extra 1.8% off today's already low home loan rates at Westera when you apply in January. Down payments are as low as 3% on loans up to $850,000. Learn more at westeracu.com.
Hey, you know, most companies are going to charge you $89 to show up if your furnace breaks or your air conditioner when summer comes, or if you need a plumber. You know what Fix It 24/7 charges? For just $39, you will get a licensed HVAC tech or a plumber to your house to diagnose your problem. Then you're going to get an estimate that is 100% correct. If they tell you it's going to be $80 to fix, they're going to charge you the $80 plus a $39 and you're done. It's always straightforward pricing, and it's always just $39 for the estimate, and that includes the trip fee. Fix It 24/7. Check them out at fixmyhome.com. Fixmyhome.com.
TVs are on sale during January at Stevenson Chevrolet. For a limited time, 2020 all-wheel drive SUV.
Frank Duran's number.
You want it?
Yeah.
Sure, give me a write it down. Oh, I'm sorry.
Frank Duran.
303-920.
What?
303-920. Oh, you want to write it down?
Frank Duran, the real estate man. We talk about him all the time. He's the best out there. You know, really, I wish that's all I had to say about him, but I feel as if I got to sell you on him. If you are looking for a real estate agent, well, I'll tell you this, he saved me a ton of money. He saved me so much money, and he negotiated the house Suzanne and I bought down by almost $100,000. Did you hear what I just said? He saved us a ton of money. When he sold our house, at first I said, Frank, what are you, crazy? I know I can get more from that house than you want to list it at. You know why he listed it lower? He got a bidding war going. He created a frenzy. And guess what? He ended up getting us more than we thought we could get for it. He's amazing. He is absolutely amazing. Frank Duran, the real estate man. In fact, just go to frankduranhomes.com. That's the best way. You can see all of his listings right there. I'm going to say one more thing about Frank, and I know. Grant's looking at me. This is a 30-second commercial. You're going long. I know, but I love Frank. Honestly, I'll do a little longer commercial because he's that good. But let me tell you something about this man. He'll let you out of contract at any time. Anytime, he'll let you out of the contract. If he's not performing or for any reason you want, he'll let you out of the contract. And he'll just do everything. He preps the home right. Just check him out. Frank Duran, the real estate man.
It's time, right? No,
I didn't know where you wrote the number, bro.
Very bottom. No, on my, I threw the book there. Because you here, why don't you hand me my book? I need my book back there.
Do you like my fart noise?
It's appropriate. See, Rod's up there. You see, for a deal. He was definitely on the spot. Tom put him on the spot when he said that.
Many patients tell us it's working like it hasn't in years. In fact, we might even remind you a bit of that other person.
They said my dog's got an autoimmune disease.
How old's that mutt?
10 years old.
I wonder why you don't see that for 10 years.
I don't know.
Usually, aren't you born with that shit?
Oh, many things.
So what do you do?
Drug for the rest of his life, it said.
I mean, it's just a pill a day or whatever.
I don't know. They said like steroids and stuff.
Who figured it out?
They took a biopsy.
I wonder why the other vets didn't figure it out. Was this guy really expensive?
Well, I had to do a biopsy. The others, okay.
You good?
Yeah, so anyway.
I'm going to stay out of that room for a while.
Oh, stop.
Nobody knows anything.
So anyway, Mark, what do we got there?
Oh, you see Rod?
Okay, good.
You put Rod on the spot there. I tell you, that was kind of funny. He was taking it back.
Did you do a spot?
Yeah, I did 2 spots.
Okay, good.
Frank and George.
Oh, good. Frankie and Georgie. Wait, where's my red pen? I love that red pen. Wait. Where's my little red pen, Mark?
Oh, I just had a red pen.
Oh,
it's got to be right there.
Yeah.
I was like, there's a red pen. I thought that was fucking blood for a minute. I was like, what the fuck
Man,
is
you're
this?
collecting pens over there, Tom.
I'm not doing it.
And crayons.
You did fix it and got that out of the way. Oh, man.
His dog, they just diagnosed as autoimmune. I always thought that was something from birth.
No, it's just the skin.
Have you ever heard of it not from birth, though?
10 years
Never
old.
heard of autoimmune trauma. Well, no. I imagine it could be other than...
How do you build it up?
Genesis and Sentry, I gotta get in here.
And what is he immune to? Why would a dog be immune to an automobile?
Because you got hit.
How old is your dog?
10.
10? Is he in good shape?
Yeah, but besides this, he was never really sick ever. I never used to take him to the vet.
Dude, let me show you this. This will blow you away.
But doesn't your dog have, allergies? Yours,
all Dobermans do.
Which is kind of autoimmune, is it? No, maybe not. No. He's just allergic to himself.
What? Let me show you how old my fucking dog is. This is gonna blow you away, dude. Watch this. This will blow you away. I love this calculator. Look at this. No. The Doberman. Okay, 16 years old.
He's 16?
16. No, now I go to the breed. This is by breed. Doberman. Wait,
That's old for a big dog.
Dude, watch this. Here it is, Doberman Pinscher. Calculate.
How old? Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. SentryRV.com, it is car day, so Sentry RV, 303-453-1111, Sentry RV for new and used RVs, just north of 6th Avenue, between Kipling and Sims, next to Woodley's, or up on the 119 turn off to Longmont. Rod's got a special, is he going to do a screaming deal for the public? Go ahead, Rod at JFR Cars, what do you got?
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
No, what I wanted to share with the listeners is we start out with a different premise. We start out with the numbers, basically, that you as a customer gives. So when we don't even, most of the time we sell our cars based off what the customer desires, because we're brokers. We go out and find the car for him. So your numbers are you already know your numbers before you even get to us.
Okay, so I want a Mercedes G-Wagon for $20,000.
You know, we won't start out there, but we will definitely
he's tap dancing, Tom.
For it.
Okay.
So, but that's kind of how we work.
In other words, when we said give us a special, you're saying it's not like you have a car sitting there that you can just say, yeah, we're going to take $1,000 off, right? I understand.
Not most of the time. Most of the time, we're going to go out and find that car within the budget that you have.
In other words, you source cars. That was a good way of putting it.
Exactly. Like and a great example that I can give, this week alone, I brought in 3 cars from another state just to beat Colorado's market in order to satisfy our customers' bottom line. So that's kind of what we do. That's our specialty. Yes, we have a few cars online and we can sell to the public, but most of our cars are done by request, and we're trying to service the customer in a different and a special way.
So somebody calls and says, hey, we're looking for this, and our budget is about this. I mean, sometimes, of course, it might be impossible, but
exactly.
But if you can find it, you can find it. So you go outside of Colorado sometimes to find this stuff.
Most of the time, I'm going to try to go outside of Colorado because, as you know, Colorado's pretty hot right now.
Is it?
So all the numbers are kind of exaggerated. So we try to beat some of go into like Texas where they are not in love with 4-wheel drive trucks. So that's kind of what our the way we do our business. We're going to try to beat the market if we can.
Okay, man. I appreciate that very much. 303-713-TALK is our number. Let's talk to Renee. Renee, what's going on with your car?
Well, my daughter purchased a 2016 Maxima at the end of September 2019, and it just dies. I mean, she'll be driving down the highway or driving down the street, and it just dies and loses power.
Now, did this happen all of a sudden?
Well, it started happening a couple weeks after she bought it.
And when was that?
So she bought it at the end of September.
Okay. How many miles totally on this?
Oh, I don't know. I'll have to.
Does she know what kind of service was done on it beforehand?
No, we bought it from Empire Nissan.
What do they say?
Well, they've had it now for about a week and a half. We took it back because they had it for about a week and didn't give us a loaner car or anything. They're trying to diagnose it.
Does it die when it's idling, or are you driving?
She's driving. She's driving down the road.
And it'll just die, and it'll be stalled out.
Yep, loses all power.
Okay.
No lights on or anything.
No, wait a minute. So it turns off?
It completely dies.
When you say dies, electrically too?
Yeah.
Then if she tries to start it up, what happens?
Well, sometimes it starts and sometimes it doesn't. It will take a jump.
It's electrical, it sounds like. Hey, Jeff, Jeff Vick, Kimmer Transmission. He's in the shop today working. We called him up. Jeff, what would cause something like that? She says the lights and everything die.
Yeah, that definitely sounds electrical, whether it's some loose pins someplace, bad body grounds, something along that nature.
But will that stop an engine dead in its tracks?
Depending on what circuit's, going open, then yes, it could shut everything down.
And so
if you lose all communication, you're done.
But if it's a major one like that, I know this sounds crazy, but if it's major like that, it's most likely something easier to find, right?
You would hope it would be, but, even just corrosion, from the salt brine and the mag chloride and stuff they're putting on these roads, deteriorate grounds, and you've actually got to take them apart, clean them, inspect them, see whether or not you're actually making good contact.
Did they do, Renee, a rundown like when she bought it? Did she get a pre-purchase?
I'm not sure what you mean.
An inspection. Did she take it to a mechanic to have it inspected?
We didn't take it anywhere else, no.
No, before she bought it, did she have it inspected to see if it was?
We did not. No.
Okay, all right.
We just bought it at the dealership.
Did you, just for the heck of it, if you looked at the battery cables, are they clean?
Yeah, my husband had checked all that out. It has 53,000 miles, by the way.
Wow.
This honestly sounds like it's something right up Brian Grassi's alley.
Now, here's what I would do. All of these people will take a look at stuff on our referral list. without charge. Now, if it requires them taking it apart, they'll discuss that with you. But I would go, thank you, Jeff. And Jeff, if you could hold for line 2 as well. But here's where I would go, Renee. Lakewood Auto Electrics. It's Lakewood Auto Electrics, and it is 303-231-0903. And that's Grossi. What's his Bryant.
Bryant
Grossi. That's 303-231-0903. Now, hold on a sec here, Jeff. Let's talk to Robert. Robert, what's going on?
How you doing, Tom?
What's happening?
Hey, so I got a 2008 Tahoe.
Yes.
And so in the mornings when I remote start it, it'll turn off like after about 30 seconds.
Now, will it turn off if you start it with the key and just let it puff?
No.
Okay, there's a timer on those remote circuits that turn them off if someone does not put the key in after a certain amount of time, and they're adjustable. Jeff, isn't that what it sounds like to you?
Yeah, there's a good possibility. And is it throwing any check engine lights or anything? Because
no, it's not.
Well, code, that will actually shut it down also.
What's that?
No,
Did you say, Robert?
There's no check engine light, but the funny thing is that once you start, let's just say once I start it, and then I drive it for a little bit, and then a couple hours later I'll start it. I mean, I'll remote start it and it stays on. It's just like in the mornings.
Oh, you mean it will stay on during the day, but in the morning.
Like if I remote start it after I drive it for a while, it'll stay on.
That's weird. That's not the time. That's not the timing circuit.
No, I'd get in there and make sure you don't have some sort of soft open loop code inside there, because if it pops a code, it will shut that vehicle down.
But why wouldn't it do it if he starts it with a key in the morning?
Well, because that's going to override it. If there's nobody tending to the vehicle, all the computer needs to see is a code, and it'll just shut it off.
But only in the morning, only when it's cold. Now, when you say in the morning,
open loop when it's cold.
Oh, I get what you're saying, Robert. If you remote start it any other time of the day, it stays running.
It stays running. Yeah, after I've used it. If I remote start it like 2 hours later, it'll remote start it and it'll stay on.
How long do you have to keep it off for it to start timing out again at 30 seconds? Do you know?
No, it's only happened in the morning.
Okay. Well, that's a weird one. But what Mark said, what Jeff said is some kind of code. Would the computer show him that? If someone hooked up to his data port, would they figure it out in a hurry?
Yeah, you'd be able to find it in there.
Where are you located, Robert?
I'm in Southeast Aurora.
Man, you can go over to Jeff. Jeff is at Jordan and Arapahoe. Or you're at Southeast Aurora. Let's see. No, he's Sheridan Auto Tech. Sheridan Auto Tech is just south of 6th Avenue on Havana. They'll look at this free, like I said, and most of the time can diagnose without charging.
You know, Jeff just saved my kid about $1,500.
Talk about it. Coming right back.
Now, impact traffic.
Okay, let's see. Hi, Mark. Thank you for the reply. Blah, blah, blah. Purchased any unused Carfax report from 1 year. In addition to the refund that I provided, 60, I've reactivated and refunded.
Your forecast for today, partly cloudy this afternoon, will cool off to the mid-30s overnight tonight.
Thank you.
And then tomorrow for your Saturday.
They did. They came through. Thank you.
In the mid-50s.
We have like 10 Carfax we can use if you need one done. Just so you know. Carfax came through. They okey-doked me and then they came through.
Where you bought one from?
I bought 6 of them a year and a half ago. I've only used one. Went to use a second one. And they were all, after a year, they go away. And I didn't know that.
5 seconds. Turn your mic on. Buy one window and get one free. And we're talking about great windows at K&H. K&H Home Solutions has been with me for more than 30 years. K&H Home Solutions has windows, doors, siding, and more. K&H has what you're looking for. That's their slogan. I love saying it. By the way, on the siding, it's the best siding anywhere. I'm telling you, I'm serious now. It's Everlast Siding, and right now 35% off. They also have 35% off entry doors, and the window is a wonderful system. The window thing is you buy one, get one free. Buy another, get another free. So all of these together are fantastic savings for your home. They have good financing available. And by the way, if you need to get a hold of them, you can call them for details at 303-421-7100. But you can make your own appointment with no obligation at khwindows.com. khwindows.com.
Are you nearing retirement or have you retired in the last year or two? Moving your 401k from your previous employer can lower your fees and give you access to the best opportunities the investment world has to offer. Then we can protect the 90,000 hours you and
Jesus Christ, if I could only get the same number twice, I'd be happy here.
We're in the 11th year of the longest running bull market.
I used to be one of the fastest fucking 10-key people you'd ever met.
You?
Yep.
10-key?
Yep.
Never intended to be our sole source of income. We've been helping retirees transition from the
It's funny how you lose it though after a while.
income distribution phase for 37 years.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Carlin
You're
Tucker.
accurate all the time?
Very fucking accurate. I used to, when I was stock manager, I had to order groceries on a 10-key machine. And all I did was pop in fucking, I'd walk right down these things and just do this.
Really?
Ordering back then, there was nothing automated. Literally, you're missing it on the shelf, you order it.
Donna was in her banking days, man. She used to be like...
Yeah, you don't even gotta
She
look.
didn't look. She would do this.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, I'm not going to say I never ordered, you know, I meant to order one case and I ordered 10. But, I mean, considering I'm ordering, you know, 20,000 items, I fucking nailed it.
And now Walmart,
It's all automated.
a robot that goes down there.
The new
And
ones.
they do it like 3 or 4 times a day.
Yeah.
They go
But
up
they're
and
pretty
down.
accurate just in their inventory.
You'd think they would be, unless they got thievery.
They all have
Plus,
thievery.
get free overnight delivery on HB Inc. at Staples.com.
All right.
Staples, where there's
Time
a
to
whole
pay
lot
the
more in
piper.
store.
iHeart.
125.20. Restrictions apply. Delivery excludes holidays and weekends. Order by 5 p.m. See store or staples.com/HBPOGO for details.
New year, new budgets. Every small business has unique needs. When you partner with a Dell Small Business Technology Advisor, you get real-time, tailored advice. They'll even
Isn't arthritis considered an autoimmune disease?
I fucking don't know, Dan.
What is
arthritis? Isn't arthritis considered an autoimmune?
I don't actually know that. I don't know. Arthritis. You know what? There is a form of arthritis that is, but I don't know if it all is.
Brought to you by Washington politicians and the Wall Street propaganda machine. Hi, I'm Inc. Magazine best-selling author Brett Kitchen.
Hello, I'm Inc. Magazine. Blah, blah, blah.
I'm a best-selling author.
I wrote...
Rheumatoid arthritis is.
I hear that's just horrible. Horrible to have.
GenesisTotalExteriors.com.
Osteoarthritis is not, rheumatoid is.
Ah, see?
Okay.
Fuck, am I like stiff or what? I worked out last night. Wait.
Discover this asset that people like Walt Disney and JCPenney use to grow wealthy. Plus, when you call right now, you get free shipping and handling.
This has become the bank card.
And I'll send you a free copy of the audio book so you can listen in your car. Call 800
Who is it?
493-1717. 800-493-1717. That's 1-800-493-1717. Ask Alexa to play 630.
Well, what the hell did he call it? It has become the bank card.
Straighten out the liberal laugh this afternoon at 2.
Getting 630 KHOW from iHeartRadio.
Denver's talk station.
On your smart speaker.
Available on over 2,000 devices.
Okay, here I am. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. GenesisTotalExteriors.com. For roofing and gutters and siding and windows and doors and decks and fences, everything outside, plus the bathroom, basement, and the kitchen. GenesisTotalExteriors.com. He can refinish the basement. So, what have we learned today? Well, we've learned that when you have a qualified plan, you do not need an annuity to go inside it to get tax benefits or tax-free growth. Qualified plans means it's governed and ruled by the government. It was established by the government for people to retire. So they allow you to have most of the time, well, with under certain exceptions and guidelines and rules, depending on your income, you deduct the money you put in it from your earnings, plus you get tax-free earnings, okay? And for qualified plans. So when you have a qualified plan, you're already getting tax-free earnings, or I guess we should call them tax-deferred, right? Because when you retire and you pull out the money, you pay income tax on them, but you don't pay penalties if you wait. If you wait till you're 59 and a half.
You're saving a ton on your payroll taxes and stuff.
For sure,
over your
because
life.
you get to deduct that. Let's talk to John. John, you wanted to give some kudos to our insurance adjuster, Paragon Services?
Yeah. And Tom, I was your common man back in October. And so I just want to say thanks to Paragon, to Matt, and I'm getting a $20,000 new roof, gutters, painting, fence.
Now, did you sense you were going to have a problem before you hired him?
I think they denied him, right?
No, they didn't deny me at all. I called Matt right away because I had hail damage, and I didn't know what to do. And Mark said, call Paragon before you call anybody else.
Cool.
So I'm going to have Excel Roofing do the gutters and the roof, and it's just awesome. It's better than if I had to do it on my own. I'm so glad for Matt and for the guys at Excel.
But I'll bet you, and we always say this, man, you'll always get more money with a public adjuster. There is no way that an insurance company comes out and treats you fairly right off the bat. In fact, didn't you use both of those guys, Mark?
Yeah, so Matt...
For your loss.
Matt, the original amount I've gotten so far is about $60,000. I already know I'm going to get another $15,000.
But originally, what were they offering?
Nothing. I am convinced if I didn't use Matt, I wouldn't have had anything.
They try to sometimes, the new ploy is now, they're trying to talk you out of a claim altogether. How do they do that? Do they say, well, we show your area wasn't hit and that kind of thing?
I don't know.
I mean, really?
Previous damage.
Do they hope you just go away?
Yeah.
And if the damage isn't apparent where it's leaking or where you have dings or gouts out of your siding isn't chipped, they're thinking, you know what? You don't have damage. And you wouldn't know.
Here's what was unique about my circumstance. The hail damage was done in May. I switched insurance companies in October. I put the claim in December. So the claim wasn't even on my current insurance company. It was on my former. So
they hate that.
Oh, do they hate that?
They hate when you're not a customer.
I stuck it to them.
Because if you're not a customer and you have a claim, they can't surcharge you. And if they can't yet, you're already with another company. Because most of the time, you're stuck with the company you're with.
And they're going to
because it's hard to get another policy after a loss.
They're going to end up writing checks for over, probably around $70,000.
But there are actual damages. It's not like you're making it up.
No, of course not. But they must be really upset considering I don't even use them anymore.
By the way, if you want to do insurance checkups like Mark did to find better insurance at the time, it's Compass Insurance Group. And we have everyone at Referralist is there to help you. You've heard it time and time again, including saving fees. If you're a credit card processor for your company, it's savingonfees.com. Remember, folks, save all your problems for me. I'm telling you, man.
A lot of homeowners have
Mark,
no idea.
this credit card thing, I want to start doing some aggressive marketing.
We're going to have them in. We are soon. We just got, there's a few more things.
Did you want to work stuff out with here?
Yeah.
Like a better rate?
We're working on it. I think we've come up with a pretty fair deal.